No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we were interviewing Adrienne Airhart, a.k.a. Aristotle over here, a.k.a. Blake Vapes' girlfriend.
Fiance.
Fiance, right, okay. And the main thing that stands out to me is that the first time that you ever talked about her on the podcast, you just were like, oh, she has such big boobs. I love boobs. So let's get problematic real quick.
He was like, I met this chick. She was super hot. I heard that in the cast.
That's true.
Yeah, it was just so obvious immediately that he's really, really attracted to you. Like, he's really thankful that you, like, put his wiener in your mouth.
Only
Allegedly.
rarely.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I would suck that thing all the time.
We've been together almost 5 years now.
5 years.
If you need oral, Adam's got you.
Yeah, I got you. Wait, so does it become hard to give head after like 5 years? Like you can't motivate yourself?
It's just like you went through the phase of impressing them, and then you impress them. And I mean, I do. If he comes at me, I always say this: if you come at me with a clean dick, I got you.
Right.
But I mean, like, fucking still wet from the shower clean.
Clean dick,
You know what I
boys.
mean?
That's interesting. I don't know. I've never really cleaned my dick.
What?
Okay. Next question.
No, I'm just saying.
It means like post shower.
Is that what I'm smelling right now?
If you get out of the shower at night and you come over to me,
JK.
of course I will suck your dick. Of course I will.
Right.
Yeah. Any of us.
Anyone,
No.
just any old guy. Yeah.
No.
Any clean dick in a storm.
I'm currently monogamous.
But that has always been my thoughts on oral sex. Is that okay? I've never sucked a dick, but from the looks of it,
Allegedly.
you could just splash water on it and get it pretty clean. A vagina is like an open wound.
Okay.
It's permanently,
That's why I
it's
call it a
there,
gash.
it's oozing. There's stuff that comes out of it. A baby could come out of it. Blood comes out of it. Pee, urine, sperm.
I've never seen one, but I've heard.
that it's all of those
Your
things.
mother's love.
I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
A baby's never come out of a dick.
Allegedly.
Yeah, like that we know
The start of one always does.
Would you rather give your boyfriend oral sex, or would you rather him have a vagina and you just eat that out?
Ooh.
Okay, give him oral sex for sure.
You'd rather he have a dick.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
good.
She likes dick.
I like his dick
How'd you guys meet?
at a comedy club.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing comedy yet. I was going through a divorce.
Really?
Yeah.
And you saw him perform?
Yeah.
And what were your thoughts?
Well, I was angry because I came to the club because my friend had fallen off the wagon and asked for a ride.
Okay.
So I came, and he's since thrived, in case you guys care about that kind of shit.
I do.
He's
This
doing
random
wonderful.
person that
I
we
was
don't
like,
know.
I was concerned.
I'm so glad to know this.
Well,
guy's
I
alright.
feel like I invest in stories where there's sobriety is an issue.
Okay.
He's thriving. Anyways, so I was angry at him then. And he was trying to get me to come to the open mic and perform stand-up because he thought I was really funny. I didn't understand what it was. I grew up without TV. I didn't really know what stand-up comedy was. So I'm angry and also confused as to what the fuck we're doing watching these people. Can I talk to them? And then I get yelled at. No, don't talk to them. Don't talk to them.
She's like a heckler.
You wifed up a heckler.
I
yeah,
heckled.
Yeah.
I didn't know better.
Else funny.
I think I just corrected their math or something super nerdy. I was high, and then he went up, and I was mad, so I was just like, I'm just gonna fuck the next guy I see, kind of feeling, you know.
She knew.
And he did like the dumbest giraffe act out joke I've ever seen in my life.
What was it? A giraffe joke?
A giraffe joke where he like emulates a giraffe physically and like wrestles with the mic stand.
Neck wrestling.
But he like looked down at me and made eye contact with my breasts, so I knew that he was interested. And then
You were presenting.
yeah, they were. It was
and I
summer in
neck wrestling
Florida,
to get her.
and I
Oh,
was
this is in Florida. Okay,
newly
shit.
separated from my husband and like ready to move on.
And
Like,
you're like, let's dump him out. Let's find a new guy.
you know, my ex-husband never let me wear low-cut shirts, and I have, as aforementioned, very large breasts.
He
so
never let you wear
he
them.
never let me. Oh my God, he ran me.
Hey, shout out to anybody on SoundCloud or iTunes who can't see your boobs because you guys are really woke. Anybody on YouTube not as woke. Before we get into like your previous relationship, where are you from?
Florida.
Florida. Okay, what part?
Boca Raton.
Okay. And so what kind of upbringing did you have? You're from the projects, I understand?
No.
No, okay.
I mean, if you want to go deeper, I was raised in in California, northern Los Angeles, Thousand Oaks,
Okay.
Newbury Park.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
805 area code, until I was like 10. And then we lived in Portland for a couple years.
Okay.
And then moved
Beautiful
to Florida.
country.
And then I lived in New Jersey and New York on and off for a long time. I was a professional dancer.
What
So
kind of dancer?
ballet trained, but
Okay.
I was a hoofer, like tap.
Why
Right.
so much moving around? Whose job was switching or what was going on?
My stepdad was trying to kill us.
Really? It was
So-
like bad.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Childhood trauma, buddy.
Literally trying to kill you.
I mean, yeah.
Damn. Do you feel like he's still out there just looking?
He died.
Oh, good,
And
good,
when
good.
he died, I left my husband because it was like I don't have to be a slave to stuff anymore. you know?
Right. When did you get married?
I was 25.
So you felt this guy trying to kill you up until he died. You felt like he might kill you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or take his daughter and my sister. So I spent 20 years caring for somebody that I thought was going to get snatched out of my watch. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I'm very protective still to everybody.
Yeah,
Is that like-
she like becomes the pretty much the alpha like in any situation.
Like the mother. I
Yeah.
prefer mother.
She comes in and takes care of like everyone in any situation.
Mama bear. Yeah.
So what's that like for you? You get to be the girl, basically?
Yeah, she snuggles
She
me.
pays on dates.
He don't
and
even
stuff.
wipe his own ass, bro. He's
Yeah,
just saying,
dude.
Mom.
Please come help me.
She loads his vape pen, yeah.
He's a man. He's manly and
Yeah.
No, we're just joking.
Yeah.
he
no, we're
he
just
is. I
I'm
would
not.
say
We're
that
just joking.
he's like
No,
an
I was.
omega. I wouldn't call him a beta because he's not submissive.
What's an omega?
Like it's like the opposite of alpha. It like counters. It like fits. They can coexist peacefully.
So you guys are like a yin yang.
Essentially,
Exactly.
Right.
Like you're my
So
omega,
opposite.
dude.
Are we?
yeah. Omegas are kind of like they don't have one way or the other. They sway, so they can hang out with either.
And so a beta is just somebody who's submissive?
yeah,
Okay.
beta is the second.
This little
I didn't
bitch
really-
ass nerd.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Never
Okay.
be in the frat.
Nah,
Beta
dude.
bottom. You'll hear that those use some.
I'm a power bottom.
Same. That's
I
why
don't
we don't
believe
get
that.
along.
No, you don't believe that?
I don't think you've been penetrated.
No, you're right. But you think that I would be the
Wait.
one slanging dick or what?
Maybe.
That's tight.
If
I
you
appreciate
became
that.
gay, no, yeah, I think you'd be a top.
So you're 100% sure I'm not gay?
Yeah,
There's a lot more confidence than most of our listeners.
I mean, you have a tattoo on your face.
That's okay. Well, a lot of gay guys have tattoos on their face.
I don't think so.
No?
Sometimes they
No,
have
he's
tattooed
right.
eyeliner.
They do.
Maybe guys that have been penetrated in
Like Jeffree
prison,
Star.
but I don't know who that is.
He's an outlier.
Are you looking at yourself or are you taking a snap?
Yeah, what is that? I thought you were about to start filming me.
Yeah.
Thought I had something on my face, which I do. So
Look how you're
how
sitting.
the
Look where
fuck-
the camera is and look how you're sitting. Sometimes I
mean,
wonder if you think
Could
about
you
this.
imagine living 24 years, like someone's coming to kill me, or 21 years, or whatever?
It was less of fear of death and more fear of her being taken.
snatched. Now,
And me being hurt in the process of protecting her,
Jesus.
as has happened before.
how much
with him.
therapy do you go to? Like a lot? Like
I did an
every day?
intense round. I did it when I was a kid because I couldn't function at all,
Yeah.
and my family was really worried about me. And then we moved away, and that helped a lot to Portland. Portland to me is like a cocoon of safety. It rains and it's all cloudy covered, and I made good friends there and stuff. And then I went a really long time without therapy, and that was super detrimental to me. And I
Really?
was really unlikable and really unpopular for the majority of my life as a result. And I was cool before he came into our lives, so I know that like I was like on the cool upswing, you know,
Right.
popular in kindergarten and first grade and whatnot. And then I was just like a nightmare to be around for most of my life. Married someone who controlled me because that's what felt right.
How does it? What do you do? How are you a nightmare to be around? Like you're just mad and angry and snapping at everybody, or are you?
I
Just
was.
very-
I had intense therapy when I was 27, right when my stepdad died. And I started, I mourned him, and I didn't understand that emotion. I thought I would only feel anger. And I went to what's called EMDR therapy. It's almost like
Oh, yeah,
hypnosis.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
super, super intense. For people who've been through trauma.
Dr. Drew, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So I did a bunch of sessions within 6-8 months. And that's when I met him, and I was on the end of that.
Okay.
And
so
I
you recommend anybody in the comments, because a lot of times the kids reading this are like, "Thank you for talking about anxiety. Thank you for talking about
Yeah.
whatever."
Right.
highly recommend. It changed me
EMDR.
as a person down to my soul. I can talk about things that have happened without getting upset to a point. If I do get upset, then I understand that it's been triggered somehow and I need to go process it. And that's when we'll go do some recreational drugs and I'll work through that shit. I don't want anything to upset me, and I don't want anyone else's behavior to trigger something in me and have them feel bad about that, because it's not your fault. You're not responsible for how other people receive things. You know?
All right, so answer this question for our listeners is, what is the value of therapy to you? Like, what is the value to people in general, like the way you describe it? Because there's probably a lot of people out there who've considered it or heard about it but never actually thought about going into it.
Specifically EMDR therapy.
Or just going to a therapist in general, I guess, more of a generalized sense.
I can't
Like-
really comment on that because I had little brief sessions in high school where my mom just wanted to put me on pills
Right.
to make me nicer, and that's what they did. So I think the majority of them are pill pushers, to be honest with you.
Okay, yeah.
And don't really want to listen, and definitely don't want to go through they have to flip back in their textbook to deal with you. You know,
Right.
they want people who are just kind of sad or fat or whatever.
Okay.
You're talking about psychiatrists, though, when you're talking about pill pushers.
Both, like, well, they kind of work in conjunction. Sometimes they're in the same office together. So if you want a psychiatrist to prescribe you, they recommend that you have a therapist, and the therapist was like, they like are, you know, they're in cahoots. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
keep
incentivized.
her thinking she's crazy, so she keeps taking these pills. You know what I'm saying?
What do they prescribe you in high school to make you happy or a thought?
Dude, I've been on everything and every kind of cocktail and the last one I was on was Luvox, which is an antipsychotic. Because I couldn't handle my stepfather's death at all. So this is prior to going to therapy. I was pumped up on drugs for like 10 years. And it was like, oh, this one, I can't fucking orgasm anymore. So take this one, that'll help counter that. This one gives me horrible headaches. This one gives me mood swings. So like literally I couldn't be me because me was just unfucking bearable.
But are you still on antidepressants and stuff?
No.
Okay,
No.
nothing.
Yeah, since that EMDR therapy, I am prescription pill free.
Just
Really?
Scientology and that's it.
Not
And
Scientology.
also, that's when she met me.
That's
so,
when he came into my
Boom.
life. And
Blake Vapes is my anti-drug.
Vaped his way into your heart.
he definitely
Yeah,
had
dude,
a
right
big,
there, right
big
in
part in my current and retroactive
He's calming me
stability.
down right now just by being here.
Right?
Very
He's
calming
wonderful. He's a
presence.
wonderful
right?
presence.
What do you like about him?
Oh my god.
Okay.
First off, it's about this.
Yeah.
I mean, we have great sex.
Okay.
That should be
So that's
just get
number
that
one,
out of the
stress
way, in
relief.
case anyone's
5
wondering.
years into it, and like the
Yeah.
other night, I literally texted her. I was like, "That was the best sex of my life last night,"
Yeah.
and
What-
we're 5 years deep.
How long you having sex? Typical rope sesh.
Just depends. Like if she's not in the mood, if she's just like, "All right, just get it done." I mean, your boy gets it done.
You'll just let him
Like
saw
7
away at it for a
minutes.
few.
It's
7
not
is
like-
minimal. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
and then,
It's
like,
too
the other
long for
night,
me.
I couldn't even. Time and space didn't exist.
Didn't exist.
dude.
He told me afterward, he was like, it felt like I was breathing through you.
Yeah.
And I was
Whatever
like, yeah, I
that
could feel.
means. I
We
don't
did
know,
dab
man.
prior.
Right.
Yeah,
And we were like in the midst of it. What was it? The banana OG?
Yeah, banana
Nice
OG.
heavy indica.
But, okay, so how do you feel closeness to someone? Like, how do you feel a connection to someone? Because this is very foreign to me. I've never.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
How do you be a human?
It's in little things.
Because I grew up as an only child that was very loved by two very supportive parents.
Okay.
So I exude, tolerance and acceptance for people, and then if they, reciprocate with that same emotion, then it's easier for me to bond with them, through whatever way. And with her, it was just like I was already attracted to her, so it was much easier to do that. Within 3 months, we were living together,
Right.
of our relationship, and have been ever since.
Yeah. Was there any like weird courting phase, or did you guys just sort of like hit it off right away?
The thing is, our first date, I got arrested for pot behind the same comedy club. We went there like 2 days later.
You went out back to smoke weed and you got arrested.
Boom.
What, the cops just like were doing their rounds or whatever?
The thing is, I've been thrown in cuffs a bunch of times in Florida for that, and they just lecture you and then let you go.
Right.
Especially if you cry, man, they love that. They get off on that.
Okay.
And this time was different because the cop was training somebody, this young rookie,
Right, yeah.
and he had to go by the books. And like I could feel it on him that he was like, ordinarily I wouldn't do, but then he was kind of an asshole. And then he called in backup, which we were so calm. I was sitting on
Yeah,
the
she
curb.
literally like told them where they could find the weed in the car.
Yeah, I did everything you shouldn't do because I
Really?
was just like, they'll let me go. Like it's because it's happened so many times. They preconditioned me to be like, they're gonna let me go, and they didn't. But they didn't like arrest me. Like, I mean, I was arrested.
They
on my
brought you in,
record.
but they didn't press
They
charges?
didn't bring me in. They let me go.
Oh, okay.
ROR, release on your own recognizance, and they were like, just go home and show up to court when it's time. And
So you were like, damn, she's a bad bitch. She's getting arrested.
Yeah,
And I
she
didn't
throw
narc
me under
him
the bus,
at
bro.
all.
But
She didn't
It was
snitch.
mine.
bear in mind, it was all her stuff. But still, she could have been like, "Yeah, half of that's his," and I'd be like, "What?" And then but yeah, she was like, "No, it's all mine."
or he
It's
made
mine.
me, and he was forcing himself on me in the car.
Yeah, it could have been real bad.
Yeah. I
Wow, you
didn't
should have
do
said that. You should have said he raped me. Or
Oh,
he was trying to rape me. That would be
I
good.
don't believe in that.
Scammer style.
I don't believe in that.
True scammer
I don't
hours.
believe in that. Okay, well, that's good.
Snitching? No.
She's got her head screwed on straight.
Well, we were all hyped up on adrenaline, and we did end up making love our first date.
Really? And how was that? You wrap it up?
Of course.
For the first like 10 minutes.
And then what? You pulled out and just ripped it off?
You know what?
No,
we
for
don't
the
need
first
this.
3 times we had sex, we used
Really?
condoms.
Oh, I thought it was just the first.
Don't
10
ask him details. I
Why
remember
not?
everything.
Oh, he doesn't
10
remember anything?
I don't know anything.
Who's being
really.
thrust into? Who do you think's going to remember that more?
Well, I feel like I would remember it more.
You would
Thrust-
thrust your dick
I feel
into
like the
anything.
second-
Okay?
Thrusting and thrusting into. Wait, so you think he's a slut?
No, I'm saying if anyone's going to remember that night, whether or not he was wearing a condom,
Right.
it's me.
Right. Who had more sex partners at the time that you guys first got had sex?
Me, I think.
She did.
You'd been around the block a little bit more?
I'm older.
Right.
He's too busy vaping, building a.
And I don't know if you
star.
noticed, I have huge tits.
You do, and he loves them.
So do a lot of people.
Can you stand up for a sec?
Is it hard for you to like? Are you the jealous type? Do you get mad when you see guys
No.
like staring at her canisters?
No.
You don't care.
I mean, to me, it's
right?
like, you're damn right.
Have,
He trusts me.
have you always felt like you were sort of being fetishized by all these guys who have like a bignaturals.com account?
Big natural.
No.
No.
I didn't honestly know that my
Wait, you have an
breasts were
account
that
too?
big.
We should start sharing.
I just love that
account.
URL, bignaturals.com. What were you saying?
I don't have a hard time hiding them, I don't think.
Okay.
Like, I feel like sometimes people are like, oh my God, I didn't know you had such big breasts. Because I
Right.
do take pains to hide them.
You do take pains to hide them. You're not like a cleavage girl?
No.
No?
I wanted to be.
Are you 34 double D?
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Dude, he
That's
knew.
my power, bro.
That was pretty good. I'm
That's my
impressed.
power, bro.
No,
Anyways, hit me up in the comments.
The last chick I was seeing, she has gigantic breasts, and she has never taken a photo showing cleavage.
Yeah. Because you get labeled as a slut, and you're like, my body grew this way.
Yeah.
It's like one of
Like,
those
not that I
things-
think people that have fake tits are sluts. I don't think that at all. But I feel like they want the attention that you get from having
Right.
big breasts. I didn't ask for this at
So
all.
you're not trying to be like a
We asked for
a
this.
sexy
You
like
did.
type of chick. You're not trying to use that as like an element of your like comedy, really, or what?
No, I hide them on stage. I wear hoodies. Like, because like, girls look at you and they're like, oh, you think you could fuck my man because you have big tits kind of thing? And you're like, I didn't
So you
say
get like
that.
a hater response from girls as a comedian if you look too hot.
Yeah, for sure.
Girls
Really?
are so competitive.
Okay.
That's why makeup exists.
So
They
were you
fucked the
always
whole
just
game up.
interested in
Yep.
comedy?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Oh wait, yeah. When you got in through him, but like,
Interested
I was a
in not
dancer.
getting killed
right,
Yeah.
right.
for a long time.
But
Oh,
what
yeah.
was the transition like when you decided that you wanted to like actually continue doing it?
I was actually teaching dance at the time, teaching ballroom dance, and hanging out at open mics just to like spend time with him.
Right.
And then they all like told me I should go up, and then like from the first time I went up, I was just like, oh yeah, this is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
So I stopped dancing,
Really?
and I hated it anyways. I hate like ballroom. You have to have men touch you all the time. I fucking hated that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she didn't start comedy. She started comedy because she wanted to hang out with me, but we weren't supposed to be a thing because she was going to grad school
Okay.
at the time, and the arrest kept her in Florida, so she couldn't go to grad school.
Whoa.
So that's what was interesting about our relationship in the beginning is that we were just trying to fuck. Like,
Both of
straight
us.
up.
I was like,
She
I have 3
gone,
weeks. Do you want to fuck for
That's
3 weeks?
sick, dude.
And
right?
he was like, yes.
And I had graduated college, so I was like, oh fuck yeah!
I was
right out
just
of college,
trying-
getting pussy, yeah, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was trying not to go to my ex-husband for sex.
Oh,
Do you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I have
yeah.
needs,
Right.
but I didn't want to just go back to him because he was there.
No,
I wanted
it would be
to-
better to bang some random guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
this-
like
this guy.
consistently, I was like, I don't really like to sleep
You
around.
talk to ex-husband still?
No.
At that time, though, it was still like
Is
it
he
was
remarried?
Still out there.
Oh yeah, he pregnant first and then remarried. Is what I
Really?
heard. Yeah.
I hate him. I don't know anything about him, but I hate him.
Right?
I was not a happy person. When I
Wouldn't
was
let
with
her
him.
wear low-cut shirts and share her gift with the fucking
So
world.
fucked
He
up.
would
dude.
say, "Who are you trying to impress?"
Yeah.
Fuck you, ex-husband.
Don't
Let her
be that
fucking-
kinda
Let her
guy.
It's
shine.
July
The
in
worst,
Florida.
dude. It's the
I'm trying to
worst.
impress, and not sweating and everything.
I love it. I love going out.
He
Yeah.
does, and I
Yeah.
do try to embrace my body because I'm getting older. They're only going to get worse, you know. But I did wear a low cut dress, a maxi dress, so it's not even like super slutty or anything, to brunch one morning, and with a cardigan over, and I caught someone taking a video of me.
Sorry,
At the
that
other
was
table.
actually straight
No,
up.
it wasn't
You're out
that.
here trying to make.
But
Stop doing
he was
that.
doing this, and like you could think that he was just looking at his phone, but I turned my gaze right to his lens, and he looked up at me because he was looking at me on his
Yeah.
phone.
Here's my
And
move.
then I
to
just
get
had to
So
come
you're
up.
over here traumatized by all this childhood shit, and then you got these fucking scumbags still messing with you, and you're trying to go out there and be a woman.
You guys,
doesn't
you
help,
turn
you know?
on this camera that faces out, the out-facing camera, and then I start filming you, but I act like I'm doing a selfie. So I'm doing a lot of this, but I'm just getting your ass.
Whoa.
I think it was too early because, like I said, it was brunch. He might have just been like hungover, not
Yeah.
ready. He was with his homeboy, and he was just like straight up doing it.
No,
and
that
then
guy's a savage. This is my just the.
I don't do that. I don't like
That's why
see
I
a
don't
hot
wear
girl
that.
and then film her so I can like
Isn't that
show my
weird?
pals.
What are you gonna
yeah.
do?
No.
You're gonna like come back later. Oh, I can't wait to.
I don't think it
jerk
had
off
anything to
this
do
girl
with
in
me
the
being
clothes.
hot. It's my boobs are like eye catching. I
There's a
understand
whole
that.
industry of that shit, the voyeur shit.
So weird.
So weird.
Really?
You guys won't get it. You won't get it until
No, they do look quite
They're
gigantic.
big.
Yeah.
And they're like round and like high and like they
American Eagle.
what
Yeah.
people, you know what I'm saying? Are you seeing these?
Yeah.
So we get this out of the way now because I don't
Yeah.
want to like talk stuff up without putting something behind it. So
Yeah.
you get it
Yeah,
now.
She's not a talker. She's
They're
a
incredible breasts. They're probably they're 100% my best physical feature that anyone remembers about me besides my hands. And then my brain.
Your hands? What am I supposed to notice about your hands?
They're such
People,
good hands.
photographers all the time always mention my hands and want to take pictures of my hands and stuff. They
Very
think my hands
petite.
are pretty.
Yeah.
They're
What's
not
your best
petite.
physical
They're
feature?
long fingers.
What's hers?
Yours.
My best physical feature, I would say my buttocks.
You have a nice butt, really?
Yeah.
He has an amazing butt.
I didn't know it either until I put on a dress.
Yeah, and he was like, "Look at my butt." I was like, "I've been telling you, babe.
Now I almost want to like grab your butt and see what is it, like muscular?
You can."
It's
Stand up
just,
and
like,
show.
amorphous.
Yeah, let me touch this.
It's a bubble
Touch
and it's
that
like
ass, touch
perfect.
that ass, touch it, touch it.
Hold on, let me get my wallet out. Okay. There it is.
Damn.
Isn't that a nice butt?
Podcast?
Not bad.
history's been
I grab
made.
it all the time.
Probably not as good as her boobs.
No, definitely.
But I
not.
was surprised. I thought it was gonna be more muscular. I thought you were gonna be like, look
No,
at this big
it's
gorilla
It's a surprising,
ass.
like,
Wrong.
It had a nice texture.
no
Strong,
cellulite.
but soft.
What's his
None.
asshole like?
He won't let me see it.
Really? Can we
I
see it?
beg and beg and beg
No,
all the
she's seen
time.
it in the
I
shower.
try to peek up on him when he's sleeping. I've tried everything. He won't. When he's bent over, sometimes I try to just surprise him.
But what do you want to do? Do you want to stick a finger in, or you just want to lick it?
She wants to do.
I just want to look at it.
Yeah.
She wants to do anything possible.
Let her. What is wrong with you?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
I tried to sneak a peek when I was riding in reverse cowgirl the other day. I'm very flexible.
That's cool.
But it wasn't. I used to be a dancer.
Right.
But it was just too dark in there because it's
Listen,
like sexy lighting.
That's your butthole. You own that.
Thank
You don't let
you.
her.
I bet
push
it's
you
pink
around
and
your
perfect.
butthole.
I just want to
That's
look at
your
it.
butthole.
This woman loves you.
I
know,
love
but
you.
here's the thing.
He'll
I
share his
know-
butthole when he's ready.
Here's my issue. I know what my butthole is capable of, and no one should see the thing that does that stuff.
Okay, I feel you. But you could take a shower.
I know. I'll get over it one day. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's what's gross to me though is this.
Adam will show all of us his butthole.
No, I won't
right
show
now.
you my butthole. But if some random girl was like, "Oh, I want to lick your butthole," I'd be like, "All right, cool, yeah, fucking go for it." I'll bend right over.
All
in
this
front of you.
butthole talk is making me want to do a dab and just escape.
Do a dab.
I just need to get away for a while.
Do it. Get away for a
So,
while.
I don't know, man.
You know,
That's my
leave in
biggest
your
fear,
head.
is just people
Catch
just
you on
looking
the
at my
flip
butthole. I
side.
think
I do drugs.
might be one of my.
No,
biggest
that's cool.
ones.
What
like
other
that.
what other drugs besides the dabs?
Well, in moderation.
Yeah,
Mushrooms,
you like them.
Molly, and ayahuasca once a year, and for healing purposes. And not that you need it. Acid.
Yeah.
And I've done opium. We binged on opium when I was living in Jersey for a while. That was amazing.
So do you guys do a bunch of drugs together, or is this a very once in a while thing?
Once we'll do one thing. Well, he had a bro weekend in Vegas and where he did everything.
Right. With
but
who?
That's
His bros
my
from
buddies from
college.
But
Like
we try to
bro
do
bros.
shrooms once a month.
Yeah.
That's like a thing.
Once a
because,
month, okay.
Yeah,
It
it's
keeps you like centered and
Yeah.
focused and happy
it's
and
real good for creativity.
yeah.
Right.
Are they the white Ashley all day in her bay?
Yeah, you guys. She's definitely the white Ashley all day. I'm into that.
What is
It's this girl who raps, and she came in here with her boyfriend, and they were talking about doing Xans and lean and
They were more
coke and
hardcore.
everything.
I don't want to go
yeah.
down.
I don't know if it's more
I
hard.
want
Yeah.
to go into my fucking
Right.
brain.
You guys
and
just
fix
named
it.
the mental exploration drugs.
Yeah.
They were naming the like let's get fucking annihilated
Yeah,
drugs.
let's not remember tomorrow drugs.
Which is that's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So describe to me what do you get out of doing mushrooms?
For me, it's I go to a place that's really introspective.
Right.
So I always end up like a lot of people might describe what I go through as a bad trip.
Mm-hmm.
However, for me, it's like it brings to the surface the things that within myself I need to work on.
He has anxiety. pretty
So,
much.
but at the same time, it
Same,
brings
dude.
out the silliness. You know, like I get to like a childlike state, and that's where I find my most creative shit. Is when I'm in that childlike state. I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be funny is if a fucking waitress thought that you were hitting on her, but you were just commenting on the coffee. You know, like that's a thought I would have on mushrooms, and it's a fleeting thought.
It
as
is
a sober
childlike
person.
though, yeah.
Yeah.
But you want to be able to record these ideas in a way, which is the challenge.
And that's the thing, but that's what makes me record those ideas. I'm like, oh,
He writes them down on his phone.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that like as
Or
a sober
videos.
person, that would be a fleeting thought. Like, yeah, it would be funny, but like on mushrooms, I'm like, ha ha ha.
When I'm on
Oh,
mushrooms,
now my
I'm pretty sure
Polaroid.
if I tried to like write down a joke idea on my phone, it would take me like 3 hours.
Yeah,
We do it all the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
We
you
have
guys are
notes and
professionals.
notes
Yeah.
of yeah. Where do you think we keep our jokes, man? I don't
Well,
always
your
have my
head.
notebook with me. No, you can't remember all
No,
your
I was
jokes.
just kidding. But I mean with the
Yeah.
mushrooms thing.
That's like
Because-
name all your best friends, and like you're gonna leave people out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your best friends
Adam.
are your jokes.
Blake Vapes.
Don't make me sad right now. If it's one hand, like,
Name all your best friends.
yeah,
Oh yeah, Blake Vapes,
So you think
Roseman.
best friends is a tier, not one person?
yeah.
Interesting.
A tier? No, I support
Well,
that.
how many
Yeah.
do you have to have in your tier to make it not like loserish? Because I think 2 or 3 is fine having a best friends tier.
I don't know. I forgot what we were talking about.
Some people have a clear-cut best
Just
friend.
fine.
right?
Sure.
Best
Okay.
friend.
Yeah.
Boss.
Some people have like a best friend. They're like that one guy that they
Yeah.
like. Don't you think if you had a really good best friend that you might be really good with like not ever having a girlfriend for the rest of your life?
Some
Maybe.
Sad, some sad
Maybe,
rubs
right?
and shit is like I got like 2 best friends from high school. I would consider, and they both got married. One was the best man for one was the best man for the other. I was like, oh, I'm the third guy. I'm the
Damn.
fucking-
That's adorable.
wheel.
They're more best friend than you are.
They are, and I should have recognized it.
You just
They're like
seen
and
it earlier in our
friends when
careers.
like Ross and Joey aren't as close because Joey and Chandler are really close, but also Chandler and Ross are really close.
I feel like I will never be a best man in a wedding, which
That's
I'm
okay.
fine with.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
'cause I
anyone's
don't wanna,
best
like,
man.
I don't want to
No.
plan a
No.
bachelor party and do all
That's
that
okay.
extra
You
shit.
can still
yeah,
fuck
that's
the
a lot of
bridesmaids.
extra shit, dude. It's a lot of responsibility they're putting on your
We're
plate.
not having a bridal party.
But also, I'm no one's like best friend.
Yeah, what's the big plans for the wedding?
No bridal party.
What the fuck is a bridal party?
Like groomsmen
Right?
and bridesmaids.
Okay, it's just like a
Oh,
party.
People standing.
No
The
squat.
people,
No squat.
yeah.
No squat.
Okay.
But like they'll come.
Yeah.
Anyone that we would have had because we just have too many people between us.
Yeah, we got
Right.
too
It
many
would just-
friends.
and that like ups the budget of your wedding and the
Right.
intensity. And like honestly, I've been married before. I didn't really see the benefit of having bridesmaids. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like the people you honor the most. We'll figure out a different way to honor them.
How much are you guys going to spend on this wedding?
100K.
Probably about 20K.
Oh,
20K. Yeah.
I was off
My
by
mom.
80.
100K over here, fucking rich kid.
I thought 30 was minimum or average for American weddings.
Yeah, we're not doing a lot of things typical. We're not getting special linen colors. Whatever the fucking place has is fine. It's white.
If you guys got 20K, why do you need to do this ceremony? Why not just like put it towards a down payment for something, a house or something like that?
He wants it.
Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily that I
wanna
want the
elope.
wedding, but it's at the same time, like, I think it's like something that, if you're going to get married, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a certain tradition behind it, like it lets everyone know, like, that I'm committed to this
Right.
person and I'm willing to fucking show you
Well, and-
how goddamn committed I am.
And you know she had a wedding with this other guy, so you're like,
Yeah.
damn right, I'm getting a wedding too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not going to shortchange me, motherfucker.
Bitch.
But you feel like 20 it's worth 20K.
Yeah.
But the thing about 20K though is like for a wedding, 20K is like you got to rent that fucking hall out. You got to rent, have the party with the food, the alcohol. It's like Jesus Christ, you get to 20K really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
so I'm saying
Southern
30
California.
30 is the
Yeah.
average.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my sister and her husband spent 20K like in New Hampshire, and that it was like really not like a crazy ass wedding by any means. But it's like you got to rent out that hall for fucking $3-4 grand for like
Yeah.
the night or some shit.
We're also keeping it small. We're not inviting it too many
Right.
people. It's
Yeah.
intimate.
Yeah.
So it'll be really nice, and he'll have really great pictures, and we'll dance, and we'll drink alcohol and whatever. And I could have just said drink. We'll just drink, and then we'll be married, and everyone will know. So
Well,
if it makes him happy, I'm
Thank
willing
you
to
in
do it again.
advance for inviting me with a +1. I'll probably bring you, honestly.
No, you're gonna bring this girl that's been blowing you off.
Please come.
Please.
No, but like I have a friend who's getting married, and like he has a lot of friends, and like he's like 10 years younger than me and lives in Florida. And I was like thinking like in my head, I'm like, I guess I'm probably gonna go to his wedding. But then he like announced that he's only having like a handful of people. So I was like, oh well, that's cool that I don't have to go to Florida and go to a wedding.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'll go to yours though if it was in Florida.
It's in
I had
Vegas.
8 weddings in one summer because I'm from the Midwest.
Oh.
8.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my.
Why did they get
God.
married in the summer?
Isn't that wedding season?
I get. I
And
think
you-
it's spring.
You just kept flying back to the Midwest 8 times over the course
Did
of
you
the
go to
summer?
all 8?
I had to.
It's like
I was
every
in- I was in
weekend.
a lot of them.
What?
That's insane. Holy shit. All these other people falling in love. Like, that's going to give you a complex.
Yeah.
No, they're all married. They all started to have kids and whatnot. But like, I'm just like the one guy out here in.
But are
Los
they
Angeles.
pursuing their goals?
I don't know. Everyone's got different goals, right? So maybe like I knew my one of my friends was very much geared towards like just being with his family, being a family man.
That's what he's doing.
And the second he had a chance to make his own family, he did it. And he was in our high school. He was voted smartest,
Okay.
but he took a very modest path. He's a physician's assistant. So is his wife. They both make like 85 racks a year, but in Ohio, so they own a house. They have one kid, and he just seems happy.
Because once you have a kid, then you don't have to continue to like progress necessarily as a person. Don't you think that that's kind of like the
You grow,
mentality of a
Yeah.
lot
you
of
grow
people?
through your kid. You
You
grow
do
together.
grow through your
Yeah.
kid.
That's why we're not having kids.
You guys are not?
No.
Okay.
Do you
That's
have
already
any
been
kids?
decided. Wow.
Do I have?
Yeah.
No.
So you've never been
'Cause
interested
you were
in giving
married at
birth?
first. For another marriage.
We were not able to conceive.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I don't know if that means. I mean, we know he's fertile. He's reproduced already. So
Nice. You've
Yes.
got a kid, or you've had A-bombs?
Neither.
Oh, okay.
we don't have a kid.
You just know that you could produce a child?
Oh no, she was talking about her ex.
Oh, okay.
My ex-husband remarried, had a baby, and then remarried.
I thought you were saying that he had produced a child
abortion,
before.
what?
No.
Oh, I gotta go.
No.
I've had 12 abortions.
I'm not saying
just because I
I'm
wanted
actually
to.
having one right now.
Yeah, as we're speaking.
I got a couple schedules for tomorrow, yeah.
Got a couple coat hangers.
You can't have two in one day.
That's not really how they did it, right? The coat hanger, like, they didn't actually use a coat hanger.
Right? I don't know.
Abortion.
Women
think,
on
yeah.
their own, desperate to get it out of their bodies, yes, they did.
I think that
Yes, they did, and they died
the
from
coat
it a
hanger
lot.
is like a euphemism for something else that they did.
It's
right?
the shape of the hook feature that they had to literally make a hook metal thing in there and scrape the lining of their uterus.
but not an actual coat hanger.
Catfish would be.
It looked
puking
like
right
Looked
now.
like one, right?
And you could fashion one out of a coat hanger, I'm sure.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And women did.
You consider yourself a woke feminist?
for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
What does feminism mean to you?
Oh, come on.
Do it.
Equality,
Right.
but understanding that there are some inherent differences.
Right.
Because if there were no natural gender, then how do you know you're not born the right one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that has to be taken into account.
Well, that's good.
But you would say there's definitely differences between men and women, right? We're not
Yes.
exactly the same.
Yes, intrinsically.
That is
Yeah.
the bizarre like road that modern feminism has led itself down, is like trying to deny certain like biological realities. I think.
Yeah, it's
I
like
agree.
you
Been
gotta have an
established
equal
in
number of.
science in other species,
Right.
not just human beings.
A man's
Yes.
need to spread a seed. I think that monogamy isn't natural. And although I subscribe to it now because it feels right in our society and I have horrible thoughts thinking about him being with someone else, I
seen
understand
it.
that
It
like
happens.
mammals, a lot of them do that, especially primates. There's
Yeah.
an alpha male and then females working together. Usually one of the females has some hierarchical status and you fuck whoever's fertile.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And when
Hell
they're
yeah.
menstruating, you fuck
Adam
the other
definitely
one.
knows what you mean. You know what I'm talking about?
So I do think that's
Dude
natural.
loves the fuck.
Only the fertile ones, though, right?
No. If I found out a girl wasn't fertile, that's a huge turn on to me.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Just coming inside her all fucking day.
You should just get the vasectomy done now.
No, because I think I want to pump some out at some point.
Oh, okay.
Way
I'm on the
later
pill.
on.
I'm on the pill, you guys.
Which
That's
one?
good.
Low estrin.
So it doesn't fuck with your emotions too much. Like it's like low.
I haven't noticed anything, although I'm pretty level-headed.
Yeah, that's cool.
You do seem like
Does it?
a
I mean, does it make your already
level-headed
large
person.
bosoms even bosomier?
It does, yeah.
That's so
Wow.
dope.
yeah, it goes from like a
Honestly,
handful to like a handful and a half.
But you know what's funny is we have this girl Brittany who comes on the podcast sometimes, and we asked her why she was on the pill, and she's like, "Oh, because I'll gain like 4 pounds."
Yeah, she said she'd gain 3 pounds and she can't fuck with that.
But she also wears a waist trainer at night. So
But it affects every
that's
girl
so bad
different.
for you.
3 pounds.
I know. I wanted to ask her about that. We didn't get around to it.
I've lost weight since getting on the pill, but I think that was a
That was him
lifestyle
who said
change.
that. Yeah, that was him. But
You guys exercise together?
Yes, frequently.
Really? What do you do?
Gym.
Gym?
24
Yeah,
hour
we
phase?
go to the gym and then she does her thing. I
Yeah.
do my thing.
And he always,
But we're there at
I
the
go
same time.
find out
Wait,
when
which
he's
gym?
finishing, and then
The
I
one in
stretch.
24-hour fitness in NoHo.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
she.
not the one in Studio City.
No.
There isn't one in Studio City.
Sorry, it's the Galleria, Sherman Oaks.
No, not that
Sherman
one.
Oaks.
I picture you guys going to the gym and you're deadlifting like 300 pounds and he's doing like Pilates.
Vice versa.
Oh, really?
I was a dancer. I do like weird dancer
Pulling the
shit.
bands above his head.
Dude, I'm strong as fuck.
He is so strong.
And
It's
she's got like the
wonderful.
bench press suit on, and she's got like her
Oh, wait.
trainers all around and shit.
Wait, he's strong, and you lift a little bit. So like, let's talk about max.
How strong?
What's your max on some like on the bench? I guess.
On the bench, I would say right now I could get like probably 260.
Don't lie. You might have to prove it.
It's not that much.
You might
No,
have
that's
to
like the
prove it,
most I
babe.
ever did. I did, I think 260 or 265, but that was almost 10 years ago. So.
Yeah.
That's 2 plates each side, and then what?
Like
25?
10 and
couple
2 tens.
tens, yeah.
And two tens.
2 tens.
I'm not even in the 2 plate club, bro. I couldn't even get up.
220. Yeah, I could. If I haven't done. See, I really don't lift heavy because I've had shoulder injuries in the past. Like I've dislocated the shoulder probably like 13 times. No joke.
Doing what?
Just various things. I have like my shoulder sockets are all fucked up, and it'll pop out like just randomly. I've popped it out while sleeping before. That was a horrific.
And you just
moment.
wake up screaming.
Just
Yeah.
wake up, just like, oh my god.
That wasn't with me.
No, that was when I was in college. But like, but yeah, I really only max out like at 225 now, 5 or 6 times.
Just a
I
roach
saw
in the
that
box.
bug too.
Oh,
God
roach on the
damn it, man.
box,
We need
dude.
to get some fucking
Ignorance
stuff.
is bliss. If
fix
you hadn't
this,
shown
dude.
me, I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
really
know
wish that you
was
hadn't pointed
crawling.
at that. The first thing I
That's all I
thought
can
when I
think
saw
about
it was,
now.
I hope Roseman
That's
doesn't say
all I
anything
can
about
see.
that.
Oh
I'm
shit!
telling you, this fucking drawer has a roach in it. It lives here.
Close that.
Keep
Okay.
opening
What
it
are you
until we
doing?
find
I was
it.
looking at the
He's
He's like a
Roach
little boy.
It's weird that there's like a constant like advertisement of the fact that we have a roach problem on the phone. But that's the weird thing about living in California is that you just kind of like have a roach
blame
problem.
California, bro.
I haven't seen
You
a
know
roach
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
in my
right?
home.
Whatever,
Ever?
dog.
Have we seen a roach in our home ever?
I've never seen one in my home.
I've seen one outside.
Outside.
I'm just used to seeing
said in our
bugs
home.
all over the
Florida.
place in LA.
Florida,
Florida
dude.
Yeah,
bugs.
Florida,
yeah,
there were
true,
roaches
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
we're
not in
talking
California.
Wolf spiders that are this fucking that big.
Roaches everywhere, like we forgot to take the trash out.
Really?
No, but
Like
that's a
if-
future lyric.
Like they're in an ashtray.
Really?
Really?
No.
No.
Like that could have been a real thing. Hey, what's the most interesting thing about her that we don't know currently at this moment?
That you don't know currently at this moment. That she is like. I mean, you may have already picked up on it, but she's always like the smartest person in a conversation.
Right. I noticed that right away. I was like, wow, she is really smart.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Like if
that's
you
true.
don't, if you're just talking to her and then you don't know her, and all of a sudden she's just coming at you, like it's very overwhelming.
Right.
You know, I've seen people be like, "Ugh."
I'm intense and it sucks
Yeah.
and I'm sorry.
So that's definitely something about, and that's I don't know, that's what attracted me to her so much. Besides the breasts, was that as soon as we were talking, like I was like, oh, she knows
Smarter than
stuff.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very intelligent, and coming out of Florida State University, where I mean, I didn't meet someone like that. I
Right.
never met someone like that, and so then I met her, and I don't know, the fact that she didn't end up going to grad school from this was a great, blessing, I think, for both of us. One, it helped her find comedy, and two, it helped me find, the exact opposite of me, which is what I mean. I need that.
What, you
know?
needed an intellectual influence in your life?
Yeah. I needed someone to like help me.
Give him order.
Yeah,
Right.
give me order and just
a home.
help me grow.
Right.
Does your moms run the family? Like your mom? Like,
Yeah, my parents got divorced when they were 15. When I was 15, when they were 15, when I was 15, and I lived with my mom throughout the rest of high school.
but she like ran shit when it was like when you were a little kid and stuff like
Yeah, I would say so.
that. Yeah.
Comedy in LA, what's the ratio of like men to women, or what's the percentages? Is it like massively men?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
90% or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I would say it's probably like 85% now.
Yeah.
Do you think that the comedy scene is sexist and misogynistic, or no? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
In what way? Just the jokes being told, or the way that you get treated? Or
I saw someone write this earlier and I wish I could credit them, but it's like, I forgot what we were talking about.
women and you smoke too much
Women and
weed.
men.
Women in comedy, like the
But I was drawing
discrimination and stuff.
an idiom from it.
Like where they're personally from watching it as a white male, there's definitely more
Cis white
awareness.
male, yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like a criminal where people treat you like you're guilty until proven innocent.
Oh.
As a female comic, you're
Okay.
treated like you're not funny
Do you think
until
that
proven funny.
in general there are more funny guys on Earth than funny women overall?
Honestly, there's no way to know that because you'll never see.
But here's
an
where I'm
even
going with it is because,
situation.
like, do you subscribe to the theory or whatever that men use humor to attract women, women use beauty to attract men, so men develop humor out of a biological need
Yes.
to attract?
Yes, both. Yes.
So, so then girls can just focus on being hot and not funny. So I think wouldn't that skew it towards men to be funny, to be in general? I'm saying the funniest person in the world, the top 5 funniest people in the world, probably could be definitely women.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that's why the women have to prove their worth, is because men have a biological need to be funny, whereas women don't.
I believe so.
I think that's why you see more men in comedy. And I think that's why when you look at lists of comedians, that's why it's like mostly male dominated. And it's
Yeah.
not because the women aren't funny, it's because there's a higher percentage of male comics in the industry
Yeah.
that are funny, and thus the percentages are completely skewed.
Yeah, you know what? And that's exactly, we're just going all the way back, that's exactly the problem, is that
Yeah.
because everyone has that stereotype, they'll make you work harder, whereas if you were just a funny dude and walked into a writer's room, you'd probably
Yeah.
get the job right away. But yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't be taken on tour with somebody. Like, nobody's going to sit next to me on the couch in the green room and be vibing with me so hard that they're like, hey, why don't you you come with me and open for me on tour? I'm a big headliner. I can do that, you know. And by the way, I won't expect you to have sex with me on the road. Do you think that's ever going to happen for me?
That's
ever?
crazy.
Really? And you blame that on you being a woman mostly? That like the guys in the industry wouldn't necessarily think of you that way?
Exactly. They think they want
twice as
something.
hard.
And like,
it's so frustrating.
but I can't blame them because on top of being somebody attractive, like I'm funny, and that is a lot of comics find that very sexy.
Yes.
So
I don't. I love dumb girls. If you're dumb, hit me up.
I know that's why we're not vibing.
No chemistry.
Yeah.
That's why I love this dude. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
dude, we kill the game together.
Everybody likes Aristotle.
Really?
He is I'm always like, you speak first, okay?
Oh,
Let
so
me
he's
feel
like your
them out.
PR person, sort of like.
Were you voted
he
most
can-
likable in high school or anything like that?
I
Something
got
like
class clown.
Yeah.
I knew it, man.
You
And
know
I
got
was nobody knew who I was.
He stays clowning, dude. He stays clowning.
She wasn't in the yearbook. They
the
forgot
ones who
that she
knew-
attended school.
Anyone who knew me was like, she's super intense. And we're
Really?
still the same. Yeah.
Intense.
I'm
I like
super
that, though.
intense.
That's good.
Yes.
But what intense in what way would you say?
I ask a lot of questions because I'm genuinely curious,
Okay.
and I
Super
like
direct.
look people in the eye,
Right.
and smile.
I have noticed you locking eyes with me a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a sign of
Through his
respect.
squint, through his
and to show
signature
you,
squint.
I'm
The
100%
sig
paying
squint.
attention to
The
you.
squint. Yeah. What is that? Why do I gotta stop doing this?
I like
Adam,
it. You're
you
like-
probably
you're
are-
like-
you probably need glasses.
It's
No,
like
I
you're
don't have perfect vision.
it's like you're reading into
got
their
surgery.
How
soul,
many
dude.
fingers? How many? Dude,
You're
stop.
thinking.
Yo, you couldn't even see it.
It's
I
because
have
you're
side.
thinking.
Yeah, but I also just squint a
doing it
lot
right now,
in
yeah.
general. I'm just like, you know, I
Because
just
you
get
think
into,
a lot.
But then when I think of it, I'm like, boom, I don't need to be squinting right now.
Where's some Scotch tape?
Actually, maybe my eyes need to be like lubricated more because
No.
they feel a little
You need to-
dry.
you need to
Nah,
lube your
You know
eyes,
what?
dude?
You could always be more wet.
Hey, babe.
Couldn't we all?
Ew.
What's up?
You say, "Hey, bitch."
Ew.
Come on.
No, I didn't say not to you.
I just
Stop.
want to say, don't disrespect my eyesight. I have perfect eyesight.
No,
It's
the
like
squint is your
$3,000.
the squint is your signature.
I'm
Just go with
20/40.
it.
You know what I think about sometimes is the fact that it makes no sense that I'm sitting on this side of the table, right?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Because it's like you're reading a sentence from left to right, and I'm the first person to talk, so I should be on the left, right? Or no?
Oh, maybe.
But then
Unless
think about
you have a lot of Arabic fans.
think about
Gaze
like
motion.
yeah, I thought
And
that immediately too.
Jews.
Think about like Jay Leno, and then he's got the guest to
no,
his,
no. Think of it this way.
To his left.
You feature the guest, and you're just the anchor. So you're the end. You're the period on No Jumper.
You want to be an interrupter, and you'll interrupt someone's line of sight.
Well, and plus gaze motion in this because gaze motion is you
shit's
look.
going down.
Yeah, dude.
Wait,
you look
gay
at
motion?
Ga-
Oh, gaze motion.
Gaze
when you're,
motion.
when you're in Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood.
And you see a bunch of gays, and you're like, oh, they're in motion.
Oh, he's hot.
But it's where you look at a like if you're reading something, you're gonna read left top to bottom right.
Right.
So gaze motion, the way that this is set up is she's top left, you're right, boom, boom. You read it like a Z.
Right.
That's why I get the most hate. I'm in
'Cause
the
you're the
wrong
last
You're,
person.
chair.
you're in the
So
last
they're-
spot they look, dude.
It's like cool, okay, bad.
Yeah, basically.
Because at that point you've run out of your ability to care about
Literally.
anybody. Let me ask you this: from your perspective, let's talk about the rise of Blake Vapes.
From my perspective.
Yeah, like
Fucking
do
God
you
in the
remember when he
building.
thought up this wacky idea?
Yeah. We had just done ayahuasca.
Oh, right. You told us that, right?
That's
Yeah.
when I started my web series shortly thereafter
Okay.
because I had some thoughts during ayahuasca, and he started Blake Vapes, and we were in the park one day, and he just started doing this like fucking douchebag voice that I hate,
She was the original hater.
and I was like trying to suntan or something. It was just in the summer in the park, and I just turned to him and I was like, "Can you not do that?" And he's like, "I'll stop if you just be in one video real quick for me." And I was like, "Fine." And he asked me to say, "Who's Blake Vapes?"
Right.
No, I don't know him. That's what he wanted me to say, as though someone was interviewing
Yeah.
me
Right.
in the park.
Like I made a 15-second video.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first things I ever did.
And it was him just going, "Who's this Blake Vapes guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?" And then it's me going, "Who's Blake Vapes?"
I've never heard of him.
It was so stupid.
Did you think it was funny early on? You think
No.
it had legs?
No. And I said, "Please stop now."
No
You
one
promised me that I could suntan in peace. And then he was like, "Okay." But then he just watched it over and over again. And I was like, I can hear the volume's on. I can hear it.
See, that's what you get for not believing in your lover.
Yeah. Well, and also
My
anything
hate
that,
fuels
like-
him.
Yeah, really?
For
Oh, so
sure.
you work off of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was in the first documentary. You probably didn't see it. It's on
No,
video.
I've seen him, but I don't remember you being.
I
but
played his
yeah.
cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was a fucking hater. And he just said, there's no lines or anything written. He's like, here's how the scene's going to play out, hopefully.
Oh, you were his cousin.
Yeah.
You were one of the people who were upset. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And he was like, just be like not happy about it and be as bitchy as you want. And then I was.
And she was so natural because she already hated it so much.
The director was like, okay, you're gonna have to pretend like you hate Blake Vapes. And I was like, okay, I'll try.
But that's the thing. Like, if she would have liked it, I maybe wouldn't have kept doing it because I just thought it was funny to like.
He would get bored of it.
I would laugh because she would be so pissed. Like, what up? And she'd be over there just like, just shut the fuck up.
This is my life now. Like, as soon as I hear him start talking in that voice, or I hear the vape initiate, like the first sound, I stop talking and I look around to see if I need to get out of frame.
And your pussy just shrivels up and all the moisture leaves
dude.
it.
True story.
So wet, dude.
True story. It's like the fucking Sahara down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, it's like
Nice.
juice central, dripping juice, dude. Strawberry.
I literally sometimes have to like stand somewhere holding dishes before I can enter the kitchen because
Have you
he's
used
flaky.
the voice during?
Yeah.
No, he's not allowed to.
During rim
He's
jobs.
not allowed to.
Wait, say some
Yeah.
shit that like Blake Face would say during sex.
Oh shit, you like that shit? Is that what you want, dude? You want to suck on? You want to get that vape juice out of there, dude? There's still some in there.
Hey, so how sarcastic are you being when you're acting like you don't find yourself attractive or whatever, which you were doing earlier because there was a bunch of porn stars here? Is this like just a little ongoing joke, or did you actually feel kind of like unsexy in that moment?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I do not find myself attractive.
Really? That's
Yes.
interesting.
It's
But
so
then-
frustrating because like I feel like she has like a low self-esteem for no reason because like but she's self-aware. She's very intelligent. She
That's
knows
how you
that
got
she's
her,
hot.
dude. Don't tell her she's hot.
because she
Don't
said she
fucking-
was like, oh, like now you got to interview me after you just interviewed this hot chick, and we were all like, oh,
Yeah.
like that's weird. Like
No, she
we
does
weren't
it
thinking
all
about
the
you like that.
time,
Yeah.
And it's super annoying. I'm trying to help her break the habit because I think I'm beautiful. And
Like we're all lying to ourselves by thinking that we're beautiful.
Yeah.
we do this.
yeah, but it's like what we do to cope with the fact that we're terrible.
Exactly.
In every other way or whatever.
Kanye style.
But she is actually all that shit. And then she says it, that she's not that shit. And it's like, God, stop it.
I'm not that shit.
Yeah. Like you're not beautiful.
But then she'll sit here and talk about like I'm attractive, and
Yeah.
it's like
No,
so
I
you know
say
that she
semi
kind of
attractive.
knows.
I always qualify.
Yes, she's self-aware. She's
Right.
absolutely self-aware.
Semi-attractive, I
But
think,
it's
is
just
accurate.
frustrating.
Being a woman ain't easy. Let me tell you.
No, dude,
It's hard out there.
they're
dog.
so mean to each other.
okay.
I, for the record, am not mean to women.
But is there a lot of women being shitty to each other in the comedy scene?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh my
Dude.
God, yeah.
Give me an example.
I cannot.
Just
You have,
without names.
you have a lot of girlfriends?
Yeah. Do you mean female comedians or just
No,
girlfriends?
girls who are friends.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think anyone want to hook up with me and Roseman?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. She said yes. People at home.
Yes.
Look at that. Roseman's gonna get laid someday.
Thank you, dude.
I was looking at him when I said.
He said me and
Hates
Roseman.
Roseman.
He said I get some too.
She might low key hate Roseman.
What the fuck, bro? I'm gonna turn the sad air.
How do you feel about Roseman being a really shitty date?
To whom?
Some broad.
Oh, I just feel bad for him because I think he's
That's
just trying to be
sad.
his true self.
Right.
That's
And
the
like,
sad air
if a
horn.
bitch doesn't dig it, then you don't want to vibe with her. I respect that. He doesn't change who he is.
Can you hand me that phone? Is someone
God.
really calling the OSS store at 11 p.m.?
I change who I am all the time.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Hello?
Here we're closed.
Hey, what's up? What? Huh? What's up?
Who is it?
You're on no joke.
Tell the audience who it is.
What?
Are they talking shit?
What's happening?
Well, so number one, we're closed because it's 11 p.m., but it's at 127 East 5th Street in downtown LA.
Come tomorrow. Tell him to come tomorrow.
Get internet connection.
Tell him to come tomorrow.
On some shit. Yeah. All right. Well, see you tomorrow. Thanks.
That's customer service.
Wow.
What the fuck?
dude.
What kind of psychopath calls a bike shop at 11 p.m. and expects them to be open?
Is that what
Well,
this is?
you did
Bike
answer.
shop?
So.
It's like a bike shop, and we sell our clothing line, and we do podcasts out back. But that.
And they grow roaches.
Did you hear how fucked up he was? He could barely get a sentence.
No, we
couldn't-
could not
we
hear
couldn't hear.
him.
Oh,
I could hear
right.
him. I could
Okay.
hear him.
The audience could hear it.
You could hear
You don't
him?
have
I could.
Well, she has headphones on, but maybe
Because he
not.
was putting the thing towards the thing, and
Nah.
my cans are
I
up
couldn't
loud.
hear.
I don't have headphones.
My cans
Oh,
are
you
up
dumb-dumb.
loud.
Fucking cans.
She got them loud cans. I'm gonna take a hit from the dab pen so that I can think of something funny to say. Does anybody else have something funny already to say without drugs?
Yeah, of course, dude. That's
Whoa.
all we do.
You want to hear a joke I used to tell? Because you guys were doing dumb jokes earlier.
Yeah, thank
Adrienne
God.
joke.
Hit us with a professional joke.
No. This is a dumb joke.
Oh, okay.
Like, this
That's
is when
fine.
I first started comedy. You do, like, other people's dumb jokes, and then you get comfortable and make your own. So this is my first joke. So there's 2 muffins baking in an oven.
Mm-hmm.
The first muffin turns to the second muffin and says, "Geez, man, it's really fucking hot in here, right?" And the second muffin turns around and goes, "Oh, my God, a talking muffin."
Because muffins don't talk.
I heard that before.
It's
It was,
so dumb.
dude. You don't know how much it pained me to be dating someone that told that joke on stage. She used to tell that joke on stage, and I used to just sit there in the crowd, and be like, I can't tell her not to do it because she likes doing it. You know?
But did anyone laugh?
No, I mean sometimes you get like someone like like because you're in Florida and it's like old people.
Right.
Because the muffins talk.
I didn't do it many times.
Yeah.
So let me ask this.
And at open mics only.
You're doing
muffins,
comedy in
they're
Florida.
talking now.
You got to make lots of like corny little jokes about gardening and families and stuff, and then you do podcast or you do comedy in LA, and all your jokes can be about cocaine and like
Have you been to Florida, bro?
I don't do
not
topical.
comedy shows.
I don't do local stuff,
Yeah,
and I don't do
dude.
topical stuff really. I do.
Oh, nothing.
I'm a dark
Adam,
comic.
Florida is the most fucked up state.
Oh, I know
my
Florida
God,
very
it is.
well, so I believe me, I know. But I'm just saying, like,
worst.
as a comedian, how do you approach the worst place on earth?
I think the location didn't have anything to do with it. The amount of stage time did,
Right,
And the
okay.
other competition of people in the room. It's like fuels you to be
Okay.
better.
You get more regional jokes in LA and New York because they talk about the city because it's people like.
Because it's mainstream.
Yeah.
They get
They
it.
have regional jokes, but like I don't think they're regional. Like their whole set is regional. you know?
Pete's Crab Shack down the street.
Yeah, what-
You've been in their bathroom? Man, is it dirty.
Yeah, you met Paul at Pete's? He's the greatest.
That's easy to do. Is just wherever location you are, you
Yeah.
ask a local story or something significant, and then you put a bit about it in your act, and then you call back a couple times throughout your set to that same thing
Yeah.
that you have no fucking idea what it is.
Repetition is like the key to comedy, huh?
Oh yeah.
It is.
Repetition is the key to comedy, huh?
Whoa.
That was
Okay,
the
that was
funniest
funny.
thing you've done all night.
That was funny.
Hands down.
That was comedic AF, dude.
No.
No, he gets it.
He gets
I
it.
liked
He
it.
comes
like
in here
this
and
guy.
cues up this air horn every time.
It's you need it, dude. You need a good air horn here and there.
It's for the fans.
A lot of people think it's funny. A lot of people have said that.
Okay, leave it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Don't abuse it.
I mean, it's too late. For
Use
that.
it, don't lose it.
It's way
What's
too
even
late.
happening?
What is happening? I don't know.
You're vaping, vape penning.
Yeah, vape pen and shout out to the Clear.
Nice.
Got a few
What's
of
your
these.
favorite Snapchat filter? The dog filter or the grandma?
My favorite one, I like the frowny face because it makes me laugh so hard every
It's
time.
pretty
You did it to
funny.
me earlier, yeah.
Did it to me too. It got me good.
I got you real good, you fuck.
Fuck.
Because like it looks like someone that just talks like, "Hey guys, what do you want from me, guys? Hello, dear."
My favorite filter came back. Did you see?
Yeah,
The
she does
big
the big
nose?
nose filter. She does a character with a big.
I
nose
always
filter.
I put the big nose on and I'm like, you guys need some motivation? I'm thinking I'm need some motivation. I'm gonna head on over to Instagram, see if I can find a motivational quote, maybe over some titties or something.
It's so funny.
Love that shit.
And then they took that filter away, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not that character anymore.
Yeah.
I made a whole character off of this guy. The Instagram filter when they first made your head massive and your
Oh.
face tiny,
Yeah.
which is kind of like Down syndrome. I guess they probably why they took it off. But I was like, "What's up, guys? It's your boy Chawa.
Oh, I remember. I saw you
Follow
doing
me
that.
on YouTube and Snapchat. Subscribe and like down below."
I never really thought about like
Charles caught on
using
like,
the
low-key.
filter to create a character.
So many people are doing it, dude.
It makes a lot of sense.
Sometimes I'll sit there
very
from like
fun.
high as fuck and I'll just turn them on and just be like, "Who's this guy?" And then I just go into
That's
it.
fun to sit next to, also, by the way.
Hey, but we all talk about Snapchat filters. Is there like an app where you can get like Snapchat type filters
Yeah.
and be able
Yeah.
to use
There's
like
Face
lots
Swap
of
Live. That's a real good
Oh,
one.
okay.
MSQRD.
MSQRD.
Interesting.
Our favorite waiter at our
Workbutt.net.
Indian
Fact
restaurant told us about MSQRD because we
Yeah.
were snapping him he was snapping him without permission.
I'm always snapping
And I was like, ask him
Fuck yeah.
permission. And Sahan was like, no, it's fine. I have an app too. And then he showed us, and I was like, oh, yours is better.
How many views does your story get?
Right now, it's creeping up on 18K.
Nice.
Same right over here, right?
About 20, 21.
Fuck
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
the
dude.
flex, the low key flex.
Yo, we had Jules here and she was getting 200K, and we just had Remy here and she gets like 500K.
She
they were
was
saying at one
getting
point,
that.
right? Yeah.
They
But now she's
deleted
at
her.
like 70 or 80K like 3 days later.
Really?
Immediately.
She's got diehard fans.
That's a real fan base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Dude. She is good for your podcast.
I feel like
dude.
if I got my Snapchat deleted tomorrow, that I'd be back to like 1K. Like
delete your
somehow these
Snapchat
people
for
just
doing-
became followers. They don't want to be followers.
They don't want
right?
pornog on your Snapchat.
You could get if you pornog too much or even a significant amount at all, they will delete your shit.
They
and
will.
also, so Remy keeps getting her shit deleted over and over. She was saying before you got here, like 10 of them deleted in a month. And I know a dude who's just the same way. He fucks girls on Snapchat and then gets his shit, CJ.
Because they know. They're like,
He's got a new one. Catfish just put his new one up.
Yeah.
CJ Lynn 667. Follow
Wait, Catfish still shouts him out every time it gets deleted?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember Throatzilla?
oh, Throatzilla.
That was
What's
so
that?
fun to watch. She is this. I don't think she's a prostitute.
I think
but
she
she
is.
definitely sucks dick for money.
Sounds like a prostitute.
so good at it.
She lives in
So good
Texas.
at it, dude.
I'm going to go with prostitute.
And I think her name is like Toinette Henry. Anyway, she was Throatzilla, and it was fascinating to watch because she wouldn't just suck dick, although she did with a condom. When he had to wear a condom, she would be sucking dick.
She had 5
and then-
themes. She had 5 themes in her Snapchat.
and she liked like sour gummy worms.
sour
a
gummy
lot.
worms.
Are you DMing with that chick you hooked up with last week?
No, but you know what? Remy just hit me up and asked me to trim down the video that I put on Twitter because she looks stupid in the first part of it, which is because like the thumbnail, you know. She's right though. She does look kind of weird.
So you're gonna fix it?
Whoa! And some girl sent me a fucking video of her playing with a vagina. Look at that, Roseman. This is one of those girls I had a
So that's a
threesome with in
vagina,
Vegas.
huh?
That looks dope.
That girl ate my ass for like 5 minutes. I just want to say.
What was the last message you sent to that girl? Tell me what that
Copy
was.
pasta. Let him send it to his girl.
I got a.
Did you say copy
My
pasta?
last message was, I got a 12-hour layover in Vegas tonight.
And then like 8 days later, it's a vagina video.
It's not. It's like 2 months later. I
have
don't know,
a
but
vagina.
this stuff gets messed up because I feel like she did respond to that, but it says that she didn't because it's like the messages go to my phone and they don't always sync with the texting on the computer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So your vagina, yeah. What's up with that?
Not much.
Is
man.
it innie or outie?
Good AF.
It's like a mix.
Okay.
Mixed vag, nice.
It's definitely not like a camel toe.
I never
Moose
said that. I never
knuckle.
A camel toe is only a camel toe once it's embedded within like really tight pants, though, right?
Nah, sometimes
That's what I thought,
it's
too. I
not.
thought it was just like a visible
I thought
puss.
for under.
There's a camel
underpants.
toe style vag.
Maybe she would know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's
I
had
didn't know that.
one. Yeah.
Do you own or lease?
Well, I'm leasing. She owns it.
Oh, sure.
He always asks that though. He always asks when he finds out that somebody has a nice car. He's like, "Do they own or lease?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know."
I like cars.
Right?
Cars are fun.
Cars are dope.
How do you feel about guys who lease fucking expensive ass cars and just act like they own it?
I don't care if you lease an expensive ass car. Don't act like you own it. Like we can tell you're leasing it. That's cool.
How can you tell someone's leasing it?
They don't modify it, customize it
Yeah, they don't got that vibe either.
Okay.
You know, you got to have an owner vibe. Like I own a 2009 Ford Focus. And
Okay.
They're just
they're-
talking on their
Look at
ass.
me. You feel that?
People
feel
are
it, dude?
reasonably confident that you're not leasing it.
Completely
Yes,
talking
they
out their
know.
asses.
They know.
I would
They know.
love to question all the people that he says, "Oh, I bet he's leasing that." I just want to get out of the car and go knock on their window and be like, "Hey, are you leasing this car? No, you
Dude,
own it. Okay,
I read
no, they
people
own this
so
one."
good.
Yeah.
Like I know when you're fucking leasing your shit.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I know nothing about cars, so anyone could get away with anything with
He's
me.
kind of a gearhead.
Really?
I like that
Yeah,
about
I used to- In
him.
high school, your boy was.
He would
building
know what was
turbo
wrong with the
kits.
car.
He gets his hands dirty. He's
For
good
sure.
around the
So
house.
you would like park at the school
Sure.
parking lot, keep the car running for 10 minutes longer while you're in park. Like it's good for the turbos, bro.
Yeah,
It's good for the
I gotta
turbos.
rev it. No, let me cool down the blow off valve.
Yeah.
You know those fuckers.
I love being in high school and the shit was like the main shit was like you got your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got a system. And like no one,
I had a
no one
system.
says a system anymore as adults.
What happened
but,
to
like,
systems? Who's no one's
I
I
had
think
two
car
10s
speakers
in the
just
back of
got
my
good.
trunk.
But yeah, I think
A big old
that's
box with
dope
two
as
tens
fuck.
in
No
it,
one's
and then
got
you could hear
12s
me from a mile away.
You know what system was too? Is like if you had a video game system, like what
Yeah.
system you got?
What systems?
Yeah.
What systems?
Yeah,
what
dude.
systems you got? Oh, I got
What
Neo
you got?
Geo and
I'm still on Dreamcast, baby.
That's one of the best systems of all time.
I agree.
actually one of the worst, but I agree that makes it one of the best.
Remember the Stone Chasers, the Power Stones. Please tell me you play
I like
Power
Super
Stones.
Not on
Nintendo.
Dreamcast. If you have Dreamcast, I'm coming over and play it later.
Yeah.
But I all the 2Ks on Dreamcast with like
Oh.
the fucking those triggers.
Those triggers were good.
Trigger warning. You just triggered me. I'm gonna have to do this.
Do it, dude.
Vape it, dude. Hell yeah.
How do we get on the subject of car leasing? There was something I wanted to touch on before
I
that.
don't know. It came in kind of.
Oh, vaginas. Can
Isn't this podcast is supposed to be about her? We need to talk about her more, right?
Yeah, of course.
Not if I'm not interesting.
Okay, let's talk about other things.
No, don't, dude.
Ballin'.
JK.
Favorite underground rapper?
Dude,
Do you guys do that?
no.
That's good.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, or Young?
Coughing from the vape man.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Me neither.
Dave Matthews or Dave Matthews Band?
Dave Matthews Band.
Or Dave and Buster's. What kind of music do you listen to?
I like EDM and like trap and stuff when I'm feeling aggro. I really like hip hop of all kinds. I love Dutch rap and Norwegian rap.
What?
Yeah.
What's that like? They burn down churches afterwards or what?
No.
That sounds about right.
I got a black metal background.
The Dutch people, yeah, they're trying to be kind of gangster, and their language is much more harsh.
Okay.
But I understand the Norwegian, so I understand the Dutch a little bit. It's very similar to English. My degree's in linguistics.
Oh, okay.
And I do conversate in Norwegian, and I love the Norwegian rap because I think it's so funny. It's like the concepts are so different than how Americans feel about things.
Are you going to have beef with me if I say that Noam Chomsky's a Mark-ass buster?
I don't know what Mark S. Buster means.
Do you have some kind of accent?
Oh.
Or regional at least, or something?
I don't believe so.
I got beef with Noam Chomsky.
Why do you have beef with Noam Chomsky?
Because he has beef with Sam Harris, and I'm such a big Sam Harris fan that
What
I
did
have
Sam
to.
Harris say that
Sam
Noam Chomsky got beef with?
Sam Harris is just like a new atheist writer and speaker, and then he also is like kind of like pro-aggressive foreign policy by the U.S. And Noam Chomsky obviously thinks that like the U.S. is responsible for every bad thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. So
he's Polish.
very different.
Same.
He
viewpoints.
doesn't speak any other languages though.
Noam Chomsky besides English.
He's monolingual. Yeah, that's a lot of linguists will say that disqualifies him as being like a true linguist because I'm conversational in 5 languages. It's kind of like a prerequisite the way my degree went.
Right.
Yeah,
but he
I'm
refused to learn any
against
other
him.
languages. I mean, he has working knowledge. You know, like
that stands out to me as like the one thing that I could never do is like learn a language or a bunch of languages. But
You got to be into it.
Your brain wasn't trained at a young age.
right? But how is he such a smart guy about everything? But he never picked up on El Espanol, motherfucker.
I'm sure he can have small conversations.
Right, yeah,
But
probably.
he didn't study anything intently because, well, his theory of universal grammar is most widely known. He's like the modern father of linguistics.
See, I don't care about all that. I just hate him because of his views on politics and stuff. You
He's
know?
very respected linguist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He has
sure
some
he's good
valid
at that. He ought to stay out of fucking everything else.
The listeners are
I'm
getting-
sorry that you've had beef with him.
Huff that down. Yeah, I got beef with him. I'm
Do
a
you
shoot at him.
believe in God? But total atheism or agnostic?
I guess agnostic. Like I'm arrogant enough to think I know the answers.
I believe in
He is this fucking idiot.
I believe I'm an atheist because we can eliminate all of the theories that every single person on Earth has thought up as in terms of a higher power.
But you think there might be something else?
No.
I believe that I'm a
There might
vapor
be,
god,
but I'm very,
so-
very, very doubtful. I've seen no evidence in my life of any higher power. So
You know whose eyes you have? Hugh Laurie.
guy. Who the
Hugh
fuck's
Laurie
that?
from House, the doctor in House.
Oh, you're the house.
And he's a very respected.
You are the
You're the
house.
house, dude.
Hugh
House
Laurie.
MD.
The house.
Google
Bro,
House
he's so
MD.
famous, dude.
Hugh, and it's L.
Oh my god, you do, you fuck.
I don't watch TV.
He's
I don't
got
know
his
about
Did
that
I
guy.
There
figure
it
it
is.
out? Did
Here.
I
This
figure
guy?
it out?
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
you.
It wasn't
Adam.
until he
Oh,
covered his face and I saw his
Dude.
eyes.
Adam,
'cause
that's
you're
you
not
in
that
6
old.
years, bro.
If I had his body fat percentage, I'd be hyped because he looks like he probably is.
Dude,
He's sinewy.
I think he's knight. Is he knighted? He's knighted.
I'm fairly certain he
gotta
might
be.
be.
He's got like
pretty
a
sure
very
he's knighted.
dead face. Like he just looks very dead. Inside.
He's a great actor.
He's one of the top 8.
I'll check him out.
Look him up.
He's
dude.
in my
He's
top
on
8.
Veep right now too.
What the fuck's
What
Veep?
movies is he in?
Julia
that he
Louis-Dreyfus'
gets
show
top
on
8, or is he
HBO?
just
That's
top 8
fantastic.
because-
Top 8 because
I
of
don't know
House.
anything.
Because House had so much range. He
Really,
was
really
happy.
funny.
He was
I
funny.
only
he
listen
was
to rap
sad,
and
he was
watch
dramatic.
vloggers.
So
I would like to
he's
start
up there.
learning about like
Okay.
TV shows
And
and
he's
stuff.
knighted, I
Isn't it
think.
weird when there's two different
He might not be
conversations going at the same time? I always wonder
I
what this
think
is
the
like for the
listeners
viewer.
are probably having a hard time.
What do you think
now.
about Ed Norton?
Edward, my boy Edward.
Top
I love
5,
Edward.
right? Top 5.
25th
Top 5,
Hour?
He's up there, dude.
25th
Just
Hour
his
was one of the
performance
best movies ever.
in Rounders was enough for me.
Thank
25th
you.
Hour for
Wait,
me.
Edward Norton's the guy from American History X, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all these
See,
movies,
there-
everyone's
Yeah.
got a different movie.
I knew an actor.
Fight Club.
Look,
He was Fight
Primal
Club.
Fear, bro.
Primal Fear. Oh my god, dude.
He's
chill bumps.
fantastic.
I have chill
Man's
bumps.
is money.
American History X is a hilarious movie. I just want to throw that out there.
It is funny.
When he pulls off his shirt and he's got the swastika tattooed on his chest and he says, "This means not welcome." That's like the funniest thing I've ever seen in any movie.
Who was a dude? Sports guy said that he feels like every Leonardo DiCaprio movie would be better if it was a Matt Damon movie. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Disagree, but I do love Matt Damon. I just think that Leo is just softer. He's softer. And
Titanic.
Yeah, he's more feminine. Yeah.
He's definitely more feminine. So I think
He couldn't play that Titanic role.
yes.
Matt
But-
Damon would have been great in Titanic because he actually looks more like an Irish immigrant
So
and
she
he's
thinks
bigger.
that he will play that role.
I
And
think
like,
Matt Damon could have been painting the naked girl and like that would have he would have been able
yeah,
to pull it off.
yeah, oh yeah, he looks
Like, you look
sensitive, especially if
beautiful
they
there.
grew his hair out and he
Matt
looked kind of like
Damon.
John Smithy, you know,
Okay, yeah.
like from Pocahontas.
You know
like
what's
that blonde
interesting?
hair.
If you look at Matt
Yeah, that would
Damon,
have been hot. And Kate Winslet
Winslet.
is beautiful, round, curvy body, and I
Right.
feel like Leo's tiny frame wasn't a match. I
Right.
feel like Matt Damon's
Gilbert
large
Grape,
frame
though.
would be really nice.
Could Damon
Do you want to
Gilbert
watch like a
Grape?
little
No.
skinny guy
No.
fuck like a thick woman? Is that hot?
I've seen it been done before.
I'm pretty sure it's happened.
I don't
I've
like it.
seen it
As a
been
thick
done.
woman, I don't personally like to be with someone thinner than me.
But you are essentially, right?
Aristotle's not thinner than me. Wow, you
Okay.
think I'm so fat?
No, I don't. I'm just
I
saying.
got some-
No, you're right. He was
fucking
kind of bulky,
jacked,
actually.
dude.
Yeah, you're right. All right,
Wait,
yeah.
how much do you think I weigh?
Dude, you're like you're putting up.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
265. I think you weigh
No,
202.
you're in good shape too, though. I was
202?
like,
How
I
much-
don't
how much
know.
do
I'm
you
not
think I
really
weigh?
looking at your girlfriend
How
that
much you
much.
think
That's
he weighs?
creepy to me. I don't know. 180.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
5'10".
You're 5'10". I think you weigh
170.
194.
Damn, weighed myself today 195.
Oh,
See,
bro,
that's
here
why
I
I'm
am
the guesser
completely
guy.
off,
Please don't
yeah.
do me.
Wow.
Robe's been
Please
the
don't do
guesser
me.
guy.
Roseman is looking at his own
No, I'll do
Twitter.
you. Ready?
Please
He
don't
got
do me.
34D. He
Please
got
don't.
195.
How tall are
I
you?
mean,
5'6".
You're 5'6". You got 34 Ds.
Oh, he's got
you
some
weigh.
weight, okay.
Here, watch this. 109.
Oh my God!
She's
no.
she's like
No.
140.
But that's like, see, that's the complimentary.
She's
thing I
tall.
just
She's
did.
got giant tits. It's like
bigger than that even.
Yeah.
Bigger than 140.
145.
Okay.
you were safe. You were so
See,
safe.
I was trying to like.
I'm
be like,
fat right now.
I was
70
5 pounds
I
away.
would say
That's why I threw that out
74
there.
and a
That's pretty
half.
Yeah.
82
I'm
pounds.
gonna throw this out there.
See, and that's a
82.
thick
And don't,
number.
Don't take offense to
cool.
this.
That's a thick number.
Yeah.
140.
Yeah.
In
I'm
LA,
like only
maybe?
5'6". Yeah, that's a thick. I'm thick.
But she's strong. Like, it's not like thick, like you grab meat, you grab muscle.
Like you wake
Mesomorphic.
up and she's in the backyard just running around with a log over her head.
Yeah, dude, she's fucking doing tire drills.
She's a strong man.
So
I have a
strong.
mesomorphic body type. Muscle stays on me and shows up without very much exercise.
That's a weird position to be in as a woman, huh? Because you can't really like lift weights or you start getting all big and stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
It's very easy for
She
me
does
to look
mostly
scary.
cardio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mostly do cardio and stretch a lot.
See, that's what's funny though is that every girl is like, "Oh, I can't lift weights because I'll get all big and bulky." It's like, no,
No,
Like,
it takes so much.
do you notice all the guys in the gym aren't big and bulky? Because it's like, even if you have dude genetics, it's like you got to lift a
build
lot
your
of fucking
muscle?
weights to actually be
I should
noticeably
qualify
muscular.
this. If you keep eating carbs and exercise the way that I do, I would get bulkier.
Right.
Or the way that I was doing, so I dropped the weights down because I was getting bulky because I was eating carbs because I'm not going to give those
But
up.
anyone eating carbs
I'm not
can
going to
get
live
bulky.
carb-free
Yeah.
life. I don't want it to be skinny that badly.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with my weight. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're a good.
And I get
good
to eat
number.
bread.
I agree.
And
Bread.
like, so if I'm eating bread, then you can't pump as much.
bread.
But you
Yeah,
do
because
seem
it's
to me
fat.
like you could pack on some, like you could play softball real well or something.
Yeah,
Maybe a
I'm
pitcher
athletic.
or something.
Dude,
yeah.
she could kick someone like in the face,
Oh, I'd like to
so
see you as like a
hard.
Muay Thai fighter. Yeah.
right? With those
Sure.
fucking look at those sharp arms.
Oh yeah. Ping, ping. I just like the mental image of them going to the gym and her going to the squat rack and him doing Pilates. I know it's not true, but it just is so funny.
I
to me.
want him to do yoga.
That's a great sketch. You just wrote a really good sketch
Yeah.
for us that we should just produce.
Because the
Let's rent
mental
the gym
the
out.
mental image of like a girl under the squat rack in like the special suit
Yes.
and then the guy doing some bitch ass shit would be so
Yep.
funny.
Especially
yeah.
if they came in like with that like the guy's like walking in and she's just like, I'm ready for the gym, and then they go right into those things.
Right.
You get that contrast.
I go to the gym
Yeah.
looking disgusting.
Really? Mm-hmm. I might go to the gym after this.
No makeup,
Said
hair
you were. What
back.
are you gonna do today? You doing buys and tries?
No, I'm just gonna do cardio because I already did back and bi this morning.
Doing 2 a day.
I'm so into it again.
Doing 2 a days.
I'm
Adam,
gonna
you
do it. I
got home
haven't
at
done
5 a.m. You got home at 3 a.m. You edited till 5 a.m. You woke up at like what?
10:30.
Okay. You got some sleep and then went to the gym.
Yeah.
All right. What a day.
Yeah, that's a day.
What a life.
You have a day job?
Kind of.
Sucks dick on back page. Kind
I would
of.
have said kind of too because of my
Yeah,
last day
I
was
go
like-
like once or twice a week, depending on if I'm feeling it or not.
To where?
But to a vaporizer pen company called Cloud V.
What kind of stuff do you do there?
I used to do their social media, but I'm a sales rep.
This is Cloud.
Just hop on the
That's
phone.
it. And they do mostly products in the marijuana space for like dabs and dry
Dryer,
herb and whatnot.
yeah.
But
Ask
yeah.
them if they want to sponsor our podcast. Also, anybody else out there, if you want to sponsor our podcast, just let me know.
Seriously, no.
With
the
dollars.
exposure is great. I can tell you that you're getting value for your dollar.
U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
Also wax.
No, but it's I like the marijuana space. You know, when I first got out here, I was like, since it exists, like let's look at it. And then since being in there, I realized like the stereotypes about potheads are just so true. Just in terms of not getting email responses and people being like, hey, I'll call you tomorrow. And then 3 weeks later, hey, how's it going? You were supposed to call me? Like, it's like,
right.
what? No, you're a crazy person. So like it's been eye-opening in that sense. But I mean, it's cool that, people can be in that space and make a living at it because it's cool. It's a great, I think, thing for humanity.
Yeah. No, totally. I feel like that's funny though that you encounter all these people who are like super flaky like that though, because I don't know. Am I like that? I feel like I'm pretty
here's
on
the
top
thing.
of
It's
shit.
like the people who are super pro pot, very, very pro pot. They're like fighting to get it legalized. Go ahead and fight, but don't. They act like it's like the most harmless thing, or it also cures all these things.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like it's not nothing. It does alter you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, like I'm a skeptic, so when I hear all this stuff about weed, like being able to cure cancer and stuff, I'm just like, are you really trying to like? This makes sense to you? Like,
if it cured cancer, we'd probably be using it. Like
It's what it's used for, and what it really does is it's like it just helps get rid of the pain and help you. A lot of people lose their appetite. It helps you gain your appetite back so that you can fight. Your body can have a better chance at fighting it.
They're saying the cannabinoids are in fact breaking down cancer cells.
I want to believe it, but I don't know.
And like, there's so many studies now. You think all these doctors are lying to push pot for some reason?
Sure, you can pay a doctor to say whatever you want.
But it's easier with prescription drugs because
I hope that's true. I hope they
yeah.
cure it. I don't give a fuck what cures it. I just like whatever's working, they're going to use.
I'm not going to be that convinced about like weed as like a curing cancer until I see some like real actual like
True
I don't know.
results.
Like I mean, if you're saying that there's a lot of
Google
doctors
it.
who say I'd like to Google it, but I've also am just kind
Not
of
like right now.
skeptical.
I'm skeptical of all the medical industry in general.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
reposting this video of Remy where she thought she looked ugly
Good. You trimmed it?
because it had 15
RTs.
15 RTs and 56 faves, but that's with her not retweeting it. So I figured it was worth deleting it, making her
Yes.
happy, and then
She's got a
potentially
very
get a.
loyal fan base.
There you go.
Yeah, much better. You're doing
Dude,
smart thinking.
branding.
Social media genius. But man, it
Branding.
was tough missing out on an hour's worth of retweets.
Yeah.
That's actually what was going through my brain beforehand. Okay, what else are we talking about here? What you guys got going on? I'm hitting the pen again. Fuck you guys.
I'm going to a comedy festival tomorrow in Omaha, Nebraska.
And to perform?
Yeah.
All right. Who else is performing? Anybody we know?
There's a whole lineup.
Yeah,
a lot
there's
of
so
really
many
good
people.
comics.
Damn. Do you travel a lot to do comedy?
More and more now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So-
she's really funny. Like, she's so funny.
You know what we need to talk about is the fact that you don't trust social media anymore because you keep getting your jokes stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't even tweet anymore?
Barely. Like I did today in like a little slew just because I was feeling, I don't know, venti, creative.
Right.
But anything that's like a good joke, if it starts to get a lot of retweets, sometimes I'll delete it
Really?
and add it to my notes so that I can do it on stage. Although I didn't delete one and I changed it for stage, and then I saw a meme account had taken it and reworded it slightly
Really?
and posted it, and then like a whole bunch of my fans attacked her. She had to block a bunch of people, but she did invariably take the post down. But what I wanted was to be tagged.
Yeah,
What was the
exactly.
So good.
I
Such a
wrote
good
it as taxi drivers in LA are like, in my country, I was a doctor. And I'm like, I get it. I'm a 4 here, but in Kansas City, I'm like a 7.
parallel.
That is good. No, that is good. Yeah, I like
And
that.
I used the word taxi on Twitter because I feel like Uber is more of a central, like, urban city metropolis thing.
Right.
And I didn't want to be regional. So I said taxi because
Right.
taxi is a full-time profession. It's reasonable to assume somebody would be doing that full-time in the United States, you know?
But Uber's more topical. Don't you think you're more
That's why
likely
on
to
stage,
get retweeted? Right.
on stage I say
Where
Uber
you know everybody's going to know. Yeah.
because I live in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I, and I'm not going to do that joke anymore now that it's a hugely popular meme.
Right, because if you got called out, it would suck, right?
Yeah. No,
I
not.
think I saw you do stand up once somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
Yeah, because I think I've heard that joke, and I think I've heard it from you, like somewhere. That's kind of just all clicked in there. I was like, wait a second.
Do you watch
Wait a
comedy often?
second.
Well, I mean, my friend Brandon Wardell.
Okay.
I've never done with comedy with him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got another friend who does like just open mics. I don't know if you ever. I mean, you're probably past that level, but I don't know. I go
You
to
always
different
do 'em.
clubs
Yeah,
or whatever.
no one's ever above open mics.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Even though they're gross and shitty.
Yeah.
Can I get thoughts on this tweet that I did today? This is a Brandon Wardell one where it's like the names of like who's saying what, you know, like he always fucking does that. So it says, me, I'm a healthy kid, I smoke broccoli, which you might not know is a Kodak Black lyric. My mom, no you're not, you're a 32-year-old man who smokes blunts all day. Me, ooh, burn, you right. think it could have been more.
Yeah,
like it did well.
I literally read that this morning and I was like, he missed it.
The 32-year-old part is the part that fucks it up because it's totally unrelatable to the majority of people.
No, the punchline is wrong.
Ooh, burn you right? That doesn't work?
Yeah, it has to be something different. Like,
okay.
even just like.
I didn't give that any analysis. That was just seemed to just fit into place.
Like true. Like
I don't understand the
inhales a
reference.
giant cloud.
It's like, okay, there's this rapper, Kodak Black, and he always says in songs like jokes like, I'm a healthy kid, I smoke broccoli, or like, shit about like I eat my veggies, but it's like a stupid weed pun or whatever. And then it's like a joke. Like I said his lyric, and then my mom said, "No, you're not. You're a 32-year-old man who smokes blunts all day." Because it's true that my mom hates the fact that I smoke weed all the time. And then me, ooh, burn you right.
It should be like me doesn't hear her because I'm too busy sparking a massive blunt.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I
Or
could have.
me opens Doritos
act
bag.
out to act out.
Yeah, opens
twisted it up.
Doritos bag is very good. Me doesn't hear her over the crinkling of the Doritos.
No, that's a good one. Yeah. The
loudest
crinkling of the damn, it sucks. I can't relive this, but whatever.
I can't relive this.
Wow, I like that. That's great. All right, what do we need to cover before we wrap this up?
You guys are getting married, so baby, not in the way though. More comedy coming up.
Bad news. You guys are not coming on this podcast ever again unless you let her lick your asshole and then you come back and give us a trip report.
Just see it.
Trip report.
Damn, that's a fucking
trip report.
That's some incentive.
Yeah. I just want you guys to do it so we have something to talk about for the first 10 minutes next time.
Yeah.
I don't want to lick it. I just want to look at it.
Well, then what kind of story is
maybe
that? Like,
put
yeah, I
something
looked
in
at it.
I showed her in the show.
I want to put something in it.
Yeah, like a
But I don't
dildo
wanna
or
lick
something.
it.
Like a
I don't
Lego man.
Your car keys.
Dude, that's the most painful thing I could ever imagine.
Like a loaf of bread.
Right. Hey, you know what? This is sort of like a comedy style technique. Is I always will like if I'm talking to a girl,
small fire extinguisher.
and I'm trying to tell her that I want to come over. I'll say something like, so hey, like, can I come over? I want to like whisper in your ear and dump a bag of Doritos on the ground. And like say something negative that like you would not really do.
you're at a level where you're not really getting girls off your game. Clearly, you have none. So
he's right.
Yeah. So
no, I've been doing this since day one. I was really, really bad when I was younger too.
You're tall, you're handsome, you got tats, you got this podcast, you
People
got a little bit of something.
Handsome on this podcast. I don't really believe that.
You are. You like you're classically handsome.
I never
you're
felt that way. Why do people
with
say this all of a
Do
sudden?
you get pussy?
What do you think? Yeah.
Then yes.
Yeah.
Then you're
dude.
handsome.
Okay.
Anybody can get pussy.
You got a
Jay-Z's
wider
married to
jaw.
Beyonce.
You got like a wider jaw.
Yeah, and you got like the tats going for you, so people know like.
But
that
you're not funny, you're not smart, you're not clever. So it's got to be something else.
Addicted to wax.
Yeah,
love to
definitely you
blaze.
take care of yourself though. You're like, yeah, I'm dope as fuck, and I take care of myself.
No, honestly, like if you're just breaking the tension with some corny joke, everyone makes a corny joke.
The way I said it was really bad. I'm going to screenshot these ones that I'm talking about, and I'm going to tweet them at you so that you can actually see what I said.
All right, we'll
the other one was like something about wanting to like dig my car keys into her thigh, and like it's like
I say dumb shit to girls all the time because I never know how they're going to respond. So you just got to try different methods, you know?
I say dumb
What's
shit
the
to
weirdest
girls.
thing? What's the weirdest thing you've ever said to a girl? Maybe right off.
how many more times do I have to hang out with you before you're going to let me
Yeah,
fuck?
was that in your top 10?
No, the worst thing I did.
It doesn't even
There
bat
was
an
this
eye
girl
out.
that was there was a girl. No, I didn't say that to her. She said that probably to you after. What I did, and she said this after the date. I was like, you want to just come into Netflix and chill, like really corny. But it was just getting started at that time or whatever.
So you're denying
So
that
it
you
was
said
inappropriate.
how many more times do I have to hang out
How
with
was
you
it
before you're going to
inappropriate?
let me
I asked her
fuck?
permission if she wanted to come hook up, and she said no. And I said, all right, have a
On
great
the
night.
first date?
No,
How's
they'd
that?
already been on a date.
No, it was our first date.
Oh.
How's that inappropriate?
There's nothing
It's
wrong with
rude.
trying to Netflix.
I wasn't looking for anything else besides like maybe a nice dinner and maybe hooking up.
That's
so
a
I
fair
was just
assessment.
I just gave her the option at the end. She said no. We never went out again.
You meet a girl on the internet. I mean, like, there's a, like
She
you're,
hit me
you're
up
right
first.
that it's rude.
She hit me up first.
It's rude to assume that you're just going to be able to come over and watch TV and fuck, but a lot of the times they're down.
Took her out to a dinner. We
Right.
had a great conversation.
A lot of girls are always hoping to find a gentleman, a boyfriend online,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
leave me alone
happen.
if you're interested in that. This is
You
what
want a boyfriend? Get off the internet.
you want.
I've never online dated.
Best way you could ever hang out with somebody you met on the internet. Go over their house, smoke weed, have sex.
That's what we did. And
That's what we
That's how
did
you
too.
guys
Friends
met?
ever
That's
since.
so adorable. Oh
We
my
did
God.
that.
Yeah, we literally did that.
Yeah.
That to me is just more fun than like, oh, let's go to this bar. I'm gonna spend $80 on drinks.
We
and
hate
then,
drinking.
Oh well, that's cool.
I mean, I
Go
had
to
3
bars.
beers, but you know.
Well, I mean, like he'll drink if it's okay and I'm driving and stuff like that. But like
You know,
mostly
like real drunk,
She hit us with
drunk
the,
people.
she hit us
yeah.
with
Not
the
that
we hate drinking. He's like, I like to drink.
Well,
She's like, shut up.
Get yourself a
No,
girl
no,
who can take like multiple dabs and then be coherent on an interview. I mean, that's like a rare trait. Like most chicks are not at that level of dabdom.
I don't drink well though. One drink and I'm 3 sheets to the wind, as they say,
Do you get slutty when you're drunk?
for sure.
Yeah.
With him, yeah. Right? I always put out.
Oh yeah.
But also-
hey, what's that going on?
I'm also naturally eye contact and smiles and stuff, and like interested in a person, and it just like intensifies when I've drunk like wine or something.
Right.
I call it like getting sexy or getting fucky.
But your voice doesn't change. When
fucky.
Dude. Oh, we
I
always
call it
getting
fucky.
your
My
voice
voice.
doesn't change when you're interested. So like I'd be like, oh wow, yeah, tell me more about that. That's my like fake interested voice.
Right.
But you're just like, yes, tell me more about your stuff.
See,
what
I
is
love
going on.
That's a
learning
great
so
fake interested
much
voice. Oh my god.
that listening to people sharing something is always fun for me. I love teaching, and then also listening to someone's story of like an experience I haven't been through. I find it fascinating.
Yeah, but
Always.
you're like, wow, this is fascinating. I'm really
Perpetually, I'm perpetually fascinated by human beings.
Do you
She
get
likes
it?
to
But I'm talking
learn.
about the tone of your voice makes people sound like you're not fascinated, or maybe you're not interested.
Did
or
I not
maybe-
give any inflection at the end there?
Well, maybe like you went from like a 5 to a 5.2.
I'm just so chill.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Let me
what
say
Right.
this. I've heard it said that when you're.
What I'm trying to say. Hold on. I'm going to
Right.
round this off real quick.
Round it.
Your intensity might be, if you want to take the intensity down, do some like, yo, that's a great story. Like, do some inflection in your shit. And people are like,
Physicality, dude.
people won't think
I'm
that's intense.
listening.
They'll think that you're actually like super interested and also like maybe more
It's
open or
true.
something.
That's like what they teach you in sales
This is
classes.
Good.
and
It's
whatnot.
good. It's fun advice. I do have a lot of friends.
When you're locked eyes with somebody, they usually think that you either want to fuck them or you want to fight them. Do you get a lot of guys who kind of think that you're
both,
into them?
either fight or fuck.
Fight too, because I
Yeah.
was thinking as a woman, you
Dudes
might not
fight
get
with
the
me
fight
all the
vibe
time.
so much. But
I'm constantly in arguments with
Really?
men.
Yeah, dude.
You're not
do you
surprised.
feel like they're starting them, or you think that you're like, are you open to the argument as well?
She's definitely open
I'll
to
step
the
into
argument.
it, but I don't start it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not a starter, but she's like ready. She's
But
like,
I
oh,
am a
wait,
finisher.
No, that's not
Okay.
what you
So
Fatality.
You know you instigate this low key, or you don't know you're instigating it. I mean, by now you know, right?
I understand that I am, that I give off some kind of vibe. I think
you
it's
won't
alpha
change
vibe.
it.
I don't know how. I've tried.
I'm telling you, just go like, oh my gosh, that's a great story.
The thing is, I won't self-efface. I won't like let a man think he's amazing just because he walked up to me. Like,
Oh yeah, no one's asking you to do that. I'm just talking about like human interaction with people. Sometimes I feel like when you talk in the monotone voice, that's kind of how I would love to be and how I kind of was. And then when I got this job that's kind of more customer service based, dealing with clients and whatnot, and people were telling me on the phone, like, I got to start giving better phone. They said, like, have a little like. When someone calls you, like,
Right.
oh, hey, what's up? Like, yo, great.
keep
to
in
hear.
mind it's 11 o'clock. I've dabbed and I haven't eaten, so
Listen, I'm not trying to
This is
have you
not
make
how I am.
excuses or anything like
I
that.
would. I think that a lot of people would say that I'm very animated.
Well, especially like
Put it in the comments. No, I'm just
in,
kidding.
if she does Molly, like she gets like super interested in everybody.
That's everybody. That's like pretty much what that does.
Yeah, you're just like, oh
That's
my
not
god.
new.
What?
I'm
Oh,
like
it's
that
amazing.
naturally, though.
If I have beers, man, I'll get like drunk. It's
Yeah.
like-
I smoke weed and I watch cartoons.
Yeah, I get hungry too.
I rarely watch cartoons while
Oh, I don't either. No, I watched BoJack Horseman. That was hilarious.
Oh,
There's new
so
C's
funny.
coming
I watch
out.
Outlander.
So funny.
I am actually I might go home and download Silicon Valley season 3.
I know,
because I really want
yo.
to get involved
Silicon.
with that. Yeah, Silicon.
I went to a party
Silicon.
with Will Arnett.
Silicon.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
You
Silicone.
will edit it?
I just watched Chelsea Handler's
Like a
new
12-person
documentary.
party.
Yeah.
She goes to
Is it
Silicon Valley, and like 3 different people correct her when she says silicone.
Uh-huh.
They're like, it's silicon.
What's the documentary about?
Well, she did 4 in a row. One of them was drugs. One of them was, I guess, tech. Was that one? With
Yeah.
the-
Well, tech, racism,
And
and
Gender
there's-
issues.
love.
Wait,
She did
they
marriage.
have tech racism now?
Oh,
Marriage.
dude, yeah.
So
people don't
tech.
It was a
understand
4-part. It was 90 minutes each, 4-part like documentaries. Each thing was its own documentary by Chelsea Handler.
Right.
And she did one where she went to Silicon Valley and she made her own app and they coded it for her and she talked to a robot and et cetera, some cool stuff. And they kept correcting her and it's Silicon Valley.
Robotsman.
Did you see like how we have kind of a nice color palette going on with the turquoise and the blacks?
Oh, cross.
Wow, that is a good point. And
like
then
a-
she's like accessorized with black as well. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I got a black hat on, and it's gonna be kind of a nice vibe on the cast.
Yeah, it's gonna look good.
When that Kush hits,
Shout out to Huff and FTP.
Oh my
kind of
God,
matches the
those things-
soul.
shout out
Those are
FTP,
too
shout out
dope.
Huff.
Oh my! I can't even look at those things.
I'm gonna come. All right. What's your social media?
You can find me at Cradrienne on everything. That's CRAYDRIENNE. Literally everything. Even my website, cradrienne.com.
Oh yeah, it is. I didn't notice that it wasn't your name. Yeah.
Adrienne.
I'm Adrienne, but I'm Cray. Do you get it? Cray.
Well, I
Crazy.
haven't looked at your YouTube. But what's the YouTube?
There's
all
not
about?
much on there.
Okay.
I have a web series, but it's called 2 Inches Apart.
No, that's what
That's
I'm
a good
looking
plug.
at. Yeah. 2 inches apart. Yeah.
2 inches
Great
apart.
It's about Blake's butthole.
His butt cheeks.
2 inches apart.
It's me
from
and my
balls.
roommate, who's also a comedian and very funny and very beautiful and wonderful. She's my best friend. She's gonna marry us, actually.
Sick.
She
Wow.
like as the officiant. She
I
just
love
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She just married her uncle last month.
It's random priest.
Oh, and you're wearing a shirt with a bunch of weed names on it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I rep weed in almost every episode as much as possible, trying to fight the stereotype that we're fucking losers or weirdos or lazy, because I'm
Trying
not
to fight
That's
any of
tight.
those things.
That's good. We need people to stand up for weed rights.
I'm saying. So maybe I don't march in parades or whatever, but I do this, and maybe 300 people watch it.
Norwegian Jew. Nah, you're
Do you
getting
ever
10K
feel like,
easy.
hey, you guys smoke a lot of weed. Do you ever feel like it's wearing off? You got to smoke more to get the equal amount of highs you used to get?
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
inches
you build up a
like-
tolerance for sure.
But I don't want to get
Do
as
you
high
feel
as
like
the first
do
time
you
I
feel
ever
like
took a
it'll ever
dab.
reach a point where it's like it just stops working, or you get
No.
super depressed, or
No.
No.
Here's the
I
thing, though.
take
It's like
breaks.
if I don't smoke weed all day and then I like roll a blunt at 9, it's like I'm fucking
I
fried.
just read some
you know?
study
Yeah.
where it was like if you smoke weed heavily for like 8 years and stop the first 6 months off of weed, if you just go cold turkey into it, you'll be super suicidal.
No.
I read that.
I've not
Yeah.
done it for like a week or two at a time on vacation or like
I
on
said 6
traveling.
months. I said 6 months.
Well,
Yo,
let's
what's
not
gonna change
follow
after the first
that
few
algorithm then. I won't go cold turkey.
Whenever
just
when
never
I go
quit.
cold turkey from weed, it's just like, oh, why?
Yeah.
It's
you're
not
fully,
that big
you
a
got,
deal.
you're
don't
fully,
need that.
Are you fully addicted?
I think I'm addicted when it's around, but then I've been on like multiple trips this year where I wasn't able to smoke
you
for a
can't
week or
get
two,
it,
and I
yeah.
don't give a
And
fuck.
If I
it's
had
totally
to
fine.
go without it, I would wean until then,
Wean,
so
yeah.
that I was
the
ready for it.
opposite. But if you imagine the weed in Argentina, it's like it's so fucked that it's like you're really gonna go out of your way to get this. It's fucking garbage.
Yeah,
If you're
if it
used to
comes-
it in
if it
LA,
falls
it's
in your
like
lap, yeah.
it's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about Argentina?
Because I was there for a couple weeks and the weed is like the most
Terrible.
Yeah, it's just not even worth it. It's like
Yeah.
I chose to not smoke weed or buy weed. Like kids would come through with weed and we'd
Yeah.
smoke with them, but I wasn't.
Because
buying
Colombia
it.
takes it all.
Colombia, I believe, is where they grow it and ship it there,
Yeah.
but they ship it like in blocks of dirt, and that's
Yeah.
why it's like the most disgusting thing. Even in the backwood, we could taste actual dirt.
Believe it, dude.
Smoking dirt is weird.
Yeah.
And
I'll
they think it's good. They're like they would get like because there's like dirt weed and then there's flores, which is like fucking flower weed, but it's
Yeah.
still like almost black. Like to them, the idea of like bright green weed, this is not even.
Imagine
a thing,
bringing
you
them
know?
like perfect like oil
Yeah,
dabs.
exactly.
They'd be like, what?
We smoked in Mexico, the local shit. And
Yeah.
I brought my best friend was getting married. I was his like one of his groomsmen, and we brought our vape pen with dabs with us. And he was just like mind blown. Like we made the wedding a much nicer place because
Right.
the groom was so chill.
Right. But if you've never seen dabs and you're from fucking Kansas and you see it for the first time, it's probably. I remember how I felt when I first saw it like 6 years ago.
It
and I
looks
was
like
just
meth at first.
Yeah, you're totally convinced someone's about to do a real
Dude,
drug.
And then
Pulls
you
out a
watch someone
blowtorch
do
and
it.
like,
You watch someone
yeah.
do it, and then they live, and then they're okay.
And then you do it, and you get fucked,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you're
that's
laying
what
on the
happens.
ground, giggling, because
You
the
owe-
first time is
I
always.
threw up all over his car one time.
Really?
Yeah, oh my god.
Exorcist
dude. Didn't even
style.
try to open the
I couldn't.
window.
I was so
Didn't
Panic
fucked
attack?
up.
Right.
Like, do you have a panic attack? Or
I
just,
believe so. I
What,
thought we were
super
going
early on
1,000
in your
miles
dab
per hour.
career?
No. Oh, in my
Maybe
dab
like
career,
a year
yeah,
into
a
it.
year.
She's
and a
about
half
a year
ago.
deep, batting 300.
About a year deep, but I wasn't dabbing a lot. Just like pretty much before the gym and at night.
Because Robesman, that's the weird thing is that like you could be like me, I smoke blunts all day, and then I'd take a dab, and like if I had never taken a dab before, or even now, because it's like I don't really do it that much, and it's like it doesn't matter that you smoke weed all the time. In another way, it will just
Dabs are different.
Bro, I had
You'll
a
be
panic
laying
attack
down.
off
just
that.
like edibles. Edibles are different.
Yeah,
Edibles are way
I
different.
had 2 edibles and 2 giant hits of a vape. Like
sounds
6
awful.
years ago, I went to a Weezer concert.
That sounds
white,
great.
so white.
Told my
Whatever.
friend, I
That's
was
what
like,
you would do on
we
that
gotta
much
get the
weed.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's looking at me. You
And
went
you
to get
would
pretzels.
sketch
I was like,
out.
never leave me alone again. He walks me to the parking lot. He's like, dude, are you chill? I'm like, don't ask me questions. Just say statements. We get into his car. I'm just like, dude, like, what the fuck is going on right now? And there's puked into like a 64-ounce big gulp.
Lucky you that
This
you
is
had
like
that.
the whitest drug story ever. Bro,
Big gulp.
Weezer and got too high and threw up.
Don't ask me questions, bro. Just say statements.
Bro.
I puked off a edible like the first time I ever had one too.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Weed should be illegal. I hate it.
All right, so let's end this shit. This has been a kind of long one.
Don't
now.
get
It's
mad.
good.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm not mad.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only like
Why did you think I was
125.
mad?
Because you're
I thought
doing
it was
the
great.
intense stare at Adam, like, and you're kind of like rocking back and forth, like.
She's just high as fuck.
I'm so hungry.
Imagine she just snuffed me, just clocked me in the jaw, and hit me in the jaw perfectly. So I'm just like,
So you bet.
Slumped up.
I don't
that would
believe
go
in
viral.
violence.
That would
okay.
go viral.
But if you did,
Oh, I would
it'd
destroy
go-
you.
Don't you think that would go so viral?
Oh my god, let's stay.
If there was a fight on the podcast, because imagine how weird it would look with the still.
I would
angle,
break
you
your
know?
neck with a punch.
I don't know. Did you really? Do you think
Dude.
you could take me in a fight?
No.
I'm so
No.
strong and angry.
No.
I just didn't know
Don't
if you had like a
underestimate my anger.
karate background.
That's the
or something.
equivalent of like 300-pound bench press.
Maybe I'm high because I was just like, really? You could take me to fight? Like I was kind of open to the. Yeah.
No way.
She has the power and the awareness of someone who was being hunted to be killed for 20 years.
Yeah.
And this is No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Thank you, Roseman. Thank you, Aristotle. Bang.
Thanks, Scott.